Okay, we are on, I think. Yeah, there we go. Yep, okay, sounds working. Hello there, everyone. Anyone, whoever is watching. Yes. Welcome to FTD TOBA. That one, boaty adventure. Unfortunately, because of how things have been, I've not managed to prepare proper episodes for this week. So, uh, hmm. Yeah, I've not managed to do that. So, I am doing a stream instead. Which one is it? Hang on. So you're getting about an hour and a bit stream, which is about the time you'd normally get video-wise. So yeah, there we go. Access to third-person view 1. Hang on, what? And what I'm doing right now is I'm digging around in my adventure mode file, looking for. Wait, what? Hang on. Do I need to change that to 0? Oh, this comment is not complete. Oh, damn it. Okay, I was just looking at a comment I'd taken, well, that I got like 7, 8 hours ago, which told me supposedly how to change adventure mode to allow third-person camera. However, it looks like it's incomplete, the comment in question. I'm guessing it wants me to change that to 0. So let's save that and load it. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking around within the text editor, so it's like, now, will the game run or will it crash? Okay, it's looking normal so far. Aha, there we go. Hi, Jaxia, welcome to the stream. My adventure mode now has third-person camera. Yay! One of my biggest complaints, and I've now got third-person camera. Oh, huzzah. Also, I should probably put a chair in this thing. I never did do that, so... add a chair. TOBA is now third-person camera friendly. Jolly good. Jolly good show. Thank you very much, Tellurium, if you happen to watch this, since you just let me do that. Yay! Yay to that. Now, where are the enemies? I don't know why I still had my headset off, because sound check is completed long ago. Yes. Where are the enemies? There's an enemy over that way. There's also a resource zone that way too. I should probably turn around. And that should have unhitched my camera. It has. Okay, yeah. Third-person camera working fully. That is very good. What even is that? I think that's a big boat over there, or something. Ooh, I'm being targeted by missiles. Huzzah. Now then, there's a couple of things I need to do straight off. First off, I've actually finally gone ahead and got the lure script. So place a prefab. Where is it? I put it in here. Where is it? What's our light tracking controller? Oh, there it is. Lure resource locator. Huzzah. So I actually went and looked this up and got this block here, which doesn't have the code in it. Oh, damn it. Don't mind me, and don't mind me. Me, I'm just failing very, very much so. So apparently when you take a prefab with a lure block, it doesn't save the code in the lure block. So, yay for that. I'll leave that in and I'll look it up quickly later. In the meantime, though, there is a further modification I should make, which is, well, I wasn't sure if I was going to or not, but I'm going to delete this particular one on top of here. So, yep, that camera is now that cannon, not camera, cannon is now dead. And I think I want an extra layer of metal beneath this thing, because it's going to be nasty. Hello, Dr. Typhon. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. There's definitely combat going on over there. Okay, so a bit of extra thickness. And I'm going to install my next big gun. As I said I would in the last episode last week. Hello, Legionnaire. Welcome to the stream. My 200mm anti-surface Gatling cannon, which is meant to be about here-ish. Yeah, that's convenient. So meant to go about here. Now, of course, if you watch the FTD stream on Tuesday, then you've already seen this. And honestly, a big part of me wasn't sure if I should actually show this 200mm Gatling to you guys or not. Because, honestly, because of that entire thing with Shortest Viking, where Shortest Viking explained about this wunderkind 125mm shell, and my 200mm just didn't compare to it. So it's like, should I retool it? Should I rebuild this thing? Should I just, like, completely change it? Because I built this turret from the ground up to use the 200mm that I designed for it. And then I realised I wasn't being fair, quite frankly. I wasn't being fair. Shortest Viking's shell was awesome. Very good. But the thing of it is that I wasn't being fair to my own 200mm cannon. Since this 200mm, it is actually built for optimized 1000mm shell, just like the 125. What the heck was that? Was that a... Oh. Was that the... Yeah, that was the Hearthstone going up. Oh, right. There we go. The craft got a bit too big, so the Hearthstone went bye-bye. There we go. Let's just max it out there, so we've got a ton of extra charging, so that'll last just fine. There we go. So yeah, I wasn't being fair because we were comparing damage stats and cost and load times and all that kind of thing. But my 200mm, it wasn't comparing very well, purely because the shell Littlest Viking was talking about. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got access to third-person cam, so yeah. I'm so used to not having that. The shell we were comparing to, Littlest Vikings one, uses a bleed base. Mine has a super cav base, so it's not comparable. There's a very big difference. Okay, that's dead. Good. And when I switch mine to a bleed base, it actually becomes comparable to the shell in question. Since this one with the a bleed base actually is a very decent 200mm shell. Sure, it's slower to load and it's more costly than the 125, but it's more powerful and pierces armor more rapidly as well. So it's all trade-offs, isn't it? You're going to make a vlog with your mother. Oh, okay, Typhon. Hope you have a good time doing that. And let's see. Let's go ahead and turn on my navigation system. Nav AI on.
Taking control.
And then
Listening.
I want you to... Ooh, that's very close by, isn't it?
Control warm up and fly with fleet.
That's very close by. Then there's a resource zone over there. So go to there and then go to there. There we go. And it's wiggling because, of course, of how the AI is set up. So, oh well. What day is it? Today is Friday for me. It may vary depending on your time zone, because if you're like an hour and a bit ahead, then you'll be in tomorrow, Saturday. So there you go. There's an enemy over there, but I'm heading for the resource zone. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, that resource zone is rubbish. Yeah, I'll just let this boat wander off then. Wander away from me, my dear boat. Well, I alt-tab for just a moment to find that darn resource script. I'm kind of disappointed that it didn't like save it into the prefab of the into the prefab for that thing. So it's like, you know, right. Resource locator script from the depths. I think that's the one. It's not exactly easy to find it because you've got to go digging around. Oh, yeah, here we go. Code. Find the nearest thing by Kiriko. Perfect. That's what that's what I'm after. There we go. Control C. Tab back in. Okay. So now I start. How do you mean? Hello, owner. Yeah, Legion. For you, it is still Friday. I just added that because we get people watching from various other places as well. What do you mean now I start? Where's my... There's my scripting block. There it is. Right. Pull that away. There we go. Is it all in? Yep, that's all of it. Okay. Apply changes. Exits. There we go. Right. And it's picking up the one that the AI is currently steering towards. So, huzzah! That's working just fine. But as you can see, it's just popping up top left over there. So it's saying that distance 1.2 kilometers roughly. It's telling me where to steer. So I wish I'd done this a lot sooner, to be quite honest. I really do. How's the cannon loading? Are you loading up okay? Yep, you look like you're loading up okay. You should be fully loaded by now, actually. Still haven't named this thing, actually. That's kind of odd. How to defeat a shielded enemy, then frag was nerfed. Hiya, Snowdrake, welcome to the stream. The frag is still pretty darn useful. What you need is what is it? Yeah, you need the inertial fuse, set it to 0, so any kind of deflection detonates the shell, and then it'll still has a good chance of getting through shielding. So you can still do it. Yeah. I better actually tune you because you're on a different vehicle. It doesn't make it go, Legionnaire. It just tells me where the nearest resource zone is. That's all it does. Making it go, that is just my autopilot, which is now acting up because it doesn't like quite moving around. Oh no, it's actually doing okay. So right now it's just harvesting resources. That's fine. Add EMP shells at... Oh, hello. Someone is shooting in my direction and being very cheeky. Okay, let's turn around then. There goes my EMP missile barrage. I think that's a light autocannon or something firing. That was a spherical shell. Definitely not something that's dangerous. Yeah, that was an aircraft of some kind and it just got torn out of the air by the EMP missile barrage. Okay, I can turn off. I can turn off my
Turning off.
AI. So yeah, that's that. Okay, what was I doing? I think the cannon... Oh wait, is the cannon on the wrong AI circuit? I seem to remember that was a problem before. That might be why it's not reacting. Where's... there it is. Right. You are on... Yeah, it was on the wrong channel. Okay, and give the detectors to channel 1. That's... Whoops. There we go. That's connected. Fine. So yeah, this is I'm saying this is an anti-surface thing, but it also works against submerged craft as well. So that's what it does. But it trades a bit of damage potential for that because it doesn't use a bleed base for its shells, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I was going to check my AI. 98% effective. Okay, yep, I need a bit more processing power. There you go, that's plenty. Yeah, there we go. Right, sorted. And yeah, that one's disappeared, so now it's telling me there's another resource zone. If I turn right a little bit, there's a resource zone over here with 429 resources, which is not very much. But at least it's telling me where the thing is, so, you know. I think I need my AI again.
Form up and fly with fleet. Listening. Moving out. Moving out.
Move that way if you please. My little TOBA. If you move that way, then you can find some more stuff. In this, I should have patrol boats with Aaron. Aaron? Why would I have Aaron on them?
Moving out.
Might as well let's go over there too. Oops. There we go. Oh, there goes the... Oh dear. Yeah, there goes the 200mm. It's found something to play with. That's extreme range. It's not very accurate at that kind of distance, but it can still reach its shells out that far, sort of. That's way too far, actually. What are you shooting at? Yeah, look at the accuracy. Wow, that's just wow. Oh, it's one of. Yeah, that's fine. Way too far. Way too far. Also, there's also the fact I didn't get around to configuring the machine gun, sorry, minigun as well. So I don't think I can accurately detect it at this range. I think that's the problem. No, I want to select some object, please. This one. Well, at least the 200mm Gatling is having fun there, I suppose, isn't it? Yeah, but that thing's not... Battery's holding up okay. Where's the local weapon AI? You are targeting something which is... a bit too far. So let's see what's 2,000... Oops, no, I don't want a minimum range. No, I want a max range. 2,000 is about there. I think about 3 kilometers is a good distance for this shell. Oh, that's way too... 2,500... Yeah, there we go. Let's engage things at 3 kilometers and that's it. Yeah. And it doesn't care about altitude or anything like that, so that's absolutely fine. Since I said it's got a super cav base on it, so it'll just quite happily attack things under the water as well without losing very much performance. Anyway, I need to tune its railgun settings. Because this is, of course, a 200mm Gatling railgun. That was railgun settings. 270 per shot. Perfect. That is actually what I wanted to be doing. That's absolutely fine. Right. However, I do need to still increase my number of RTGs. Avatar is 2 blocks high, yes. So a 200mm is a bit bigger than the Avatar's head, I think, in comparison. So, I mean, going from the size of these barrels here. So, yeah, I need more RTGs. RTGs, RTGs, RTGs. There they are. Because my power plant is draining while I'm in motion. So, let's add some more RTGs. Why two? Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Whoops. Someone pointed that out in the last stream as well. It was completely by accident, actually, on my part. 0.1, there we go. Not that it really matters too much, because, as I said, it's a Gatling cannon. It's not really... It doesn't care if it misses a few shots, or 10 shots, or 20 shots. It just kicks out lots and lots. Besides, the turret's set to 0.1 anyway, so... Yeah. It doesn't really care if it misses. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, there's a small resource zone about 3.5 kilometers away, according to this. Where am I even going? Oh, that's the one I'm heading for, isn't it? There's something ahead of me. According to the lights, it's like about 3 kilometers-ish away, actually. Yeah, there's something over that way. Less error per degree per second. Well, yeah, anything to improve the accuracy, I guess, isn't it? See, there's something over here. This is rather more than 3 kilometers, though, I think. Yeah, this is a bit more than 3 kilometers. Wait, though the lights on, we're saying up to about 4 kilometers-ish. So what is this thing over here, then? Just cruising above the ocean. Whee! How many factions should be in the galaxy? However many you think you can handle, basically. If there's any kind of upkeep or maintenance on the things, then that can be an issue. But as for big ones, at least 3. So you want something that's uneven to break a deadlock. And how far away is this thing? Hello, Evelol. Welcome to the stream. I'm not going to bother with that. So I am here. There's an enemy... Ah, I think that's what it's tracking. That guy. Sure. But I'm not bothered about that guy. But yeah, you want to try and get an uneven number. Yeah, it shows the bearing. If you look at the... there we go, let's get a dark surface to show it. You see how it says 18 arrow arrow, then 31 arrow arrow. That is angle, and then the arrows show direction. So, yeah, now that the craft has turned a bit towards it, it's now saying you want to turn left to go towards it. So, this Lua script does show exact bearing that you have to go to reach the resource zone it's pointing you towards. So, yeah, that is there. Let's see. I kind of want this thing to float a bit higher, so I need to do something about that. Let's see. And yeah, if you're going to be speaking in Russian, bear in mind I can't understand Russian, so yeah. Might be a slight factor. Let's get this thing filled in. Okay, that's going to make me a bit more buoyant at least, but I do need to work out... Yeah, that's lifting me up slightly. Good. Okay, okay. And there's the resource zone. Now then, how many resources have we got? We've got 4,000 odd. So, I think I should probably work on getting my nose out of the water a little bit. Let's take out these hydrofoils. Like that. Right, that's a bit more wood in the front. Legionnaire, it's you say quote unquote should, but you've got to remember that it's the trade language, but that doesn't mean that everyone needs to know the trade language. Because most people wouldn't be engaged in said trade for the trade language. It's just the language for international trade. So it doesn't even affect most people, to be quite honest. Yes, Owner, it does. It does show you the coordinates and things as well. Also, this is my AI acting a bit derpy because it's trying to move forward and turn, so the craft's going forward at half speed, so that's a slight issue. So sometimes I do have to manually control this thing to get it where I want it. That was a bit of a lag spike there. Something spawned? I think something has spawned. There we go. Which last part? What also, hello Epic, welcome to the stream. Are you saying the bit about all adults should know English? Because yeah, that is. I meet a lot of adults that actually barely know it. So yeah, oh no, I don't think it's going to change at all because the thing is, it's been established now as the key one for so long, and England did it because we were all so colonial and we were spreading all over the world. So it's like, hey, if you want to do trading, you got to trade with the English because they've got all the boats, they're all over the place, they've got the colonies, and it's like, yeah. So England's mostly lost its colonial status, so that we don't have many colonies anymore. But we laid that groundwork, so a lot of people, it's just stuck that some form of English should be used as the common trade language because of our trade empire. Or, well, we used to be a trade empire anyway. Hello, Shortest Viking, welcome to the stream. We no longer rule the waters because all our colonies have gone independent. Well, almost all our colonies. I think we've got like 2 left or something. We've got Gibraltar and those islands near Argentina, I think. And maybe 1 or 2 others. But yeah, most of our colonies have actually gone independent or joined other places. Like Hong Kong was ours, but then it's gone to China, if I remember correctly. Let's see, that's that. There's a small resource stone somewhere nearby. Might as well wander over here and collect the resources from that thing, I suppose. Yeah, before English, everything was being spoken all over the place, yeah. It still is for the most part. Because that's what I said before. It may be the trade language, but that doesn't mean everyone needs to use the trade language, so that doesn't mean everyone knows English. So, as you do. It's getting me a little bit of trouble there. Well, it is an incredibly small target, so... Yeah, very small target. If Russia becomes the empire that owns the most English, became the biggest... What? I don't understand that either. If Russia becomes... If Russia becomes the empire that owns the most English... Yeah, I don't understand that either. Yeah, that guy's dead. He didn't stand a chance. At all.
Listening. Moving out.
Let's see. The new empire is America. Not true. Also, welcome to the stream, Makuta. But yeah, you got to remember, American English started out as British English, and then they've been diverging a bit. So yeah, American have their own version of English, basically, at this point. Also, I don't think I need that rudder anymore, so let's do that. Yep. Oh, Russia will never have Britain's part of the EU, the whole EU. Well, sometimes it's just the fact that it's territory owner. That is something that's happens sometimes in the world. And yeah, America's not an empire, it's an alliance, I think is probably the best term for it. Yeah, call it an alliance. Because that's what it is, United States after all. Let's just do that. And then I think I want to get this nose very much up in the air. So let's get some metal beams in place down here. Reinforce the section. A republic. No, America's a democracy, isn't it? Or is it or is it half and half, actually, now that I think about it? Because republic is a lot more about individual states or something have come together, so I don't really know. Epic has it. Oh, is the EU the republic? Oh, okay. Technically, the biggest empire was the Soviet Union, I think. Don't quote me on that one. But, yeah. Yeah, well, it is a democracy, but I believe it's a flawed one. Oh, it's a constitutional... Really? Don't mind me. I know nothing, apparently. Yeah, I know nothing. Very much so. Ooh. Especially as I'm not in America anyway. I'm not in America, so I am the best authority you'll ever get on all things American. I think that's how it works, isn't it? Maybe. The things I come out with sometimes. Democracy fails after 200 years? Oh. Well, that's hopeful, isn't it? There we go. That's looking okay. I am...
Listening.
Ah, that's why I had the rudder, because the boat's AI acts a bit cranky if I don't have it. Where's the nearest thing? Oh, there's hostiles over this way, apparently. There's something there. Jacob's Folly. Ooh, let's go kill that. It's not direct democracy. Yeah. Okay, let's give this thing the fact that it's got something that can steer, because that's confusing the AI just a tiny bit. So you can have that rudder back, you big baby. There you go. There we go. It's now turning. Yeah, the game chat, sometimes it just goes completely random, to be honest, Jax, here. So it's like, you got to live with it, basically. But it keeps people entertained, has some debate, yada, yada, yada. So I don't try to discourage it, basically. Because I know for a fact that if I try to forbid something, then people will just like go, ah, you don't control this, and then just go bonkers on it. So, you know, no point. Water, hydrofoils. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Control, if altitude is... No, I need to set a range on this actually, like 20. 20. If altitude is greater than -1, hydrofoil set to 0. Right. And altitude is less than -1. Hydrofoils set to 10. Oops, hang on. Oh, that's why it was acting up. Oh, they're in the wrong. They're in the wrong direction. There we go. Oh, how far I'd actually got it. Oh. Oh, the 200 millimeters has found someone to play with again. Oh, there we go. Negative, yeah, but if I aggressively correct it, then the craft bobs a heck of a lot more. So, and they weren't. It wasn't they were negative. They were actually pointing upwards, so they were pointing in completely the wrong direction anyway. Ooh, what the heck is that? That's not the Jacob's Folly. That's still a lot further away. Oh, it's one of those barrel things, isn't it? Well, it's kind of dead now, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of dead. Right. Very much so. So what are you going to drop then? You have dropped 200 resources. Okay, sure. Yeah, really cheap target, that monkey barrel. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, isn't it? Monkey barrel. Right. Oh well. Get some free resources from it, so I don't really mind too much. That's all that you exist for, monkey barrel, to give me resources. What's my length at now? 100 meters with that. Okay, sure. I guess extending the craft to 100 meters is a good idea. So let's do that. You say when you use ACBs it does weird things, Viking. How do you mean? Is there something in particular it tends to do? Okay, now it's found the Jacob's Folly. Yeah, Latin's not really expert. Ooh, hello. I see you. Flipping missiles. Yes, I do. Now, where are you going to hit? Oh, I'm out of range apparently. Well, their torpedoes can't reach me, but my gun can reach them. That's for sure. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, it's knocking a whole lot of holes in it. And here comes the EMP missile strike. Yep, hi Dominic, welcome to the stream. Since I wasn't able to put together the actual videos for TOBA this week, because of how it went, that means I'm doing this stream of TOBA instead. So yeah. And yeah, that's why I've got the Super Cav base. So because I've noticed with ship targets, half of the shells often try to go below the waterline, so that makes them a lot more effective. So that's why it's got the Super Cav base rather than the bleed base. So reduced power for increased reliability against ships. That's the trade-off on that particular shell. Okay, that guy's dead. And we got over 1,500 resources from it. Excellent. Is there anything else to shoot at? Oh, there's an enemy over that way. Nothing else, apparently. So, there's an enemy somewhere in this direction. The red TOBA. Well, I've not got a name for this craft yet, actually. So, yeah, it's somewhere directly ahead of me.
Listening.
So that means down here? I guess. Where is it? Yeah, I know, Dominic, but there's also the fact that when I did that previously in my first adventure series, someone actually got pretty annoyed about it. So sometimes people just get quite vocal thinking it's cheating or something like that. So there's also one over there. Oh, I see.
Listening. Moving out. Moving
Pretty
out.
darn small one, but I've got nothing else to do, so might as well. Hydro wedge. Well, the thing is, I'm actually expanding the craft now to get the next set of hydrofoils installed. So what shell type am I using? Both of my Gatlings are fitted with Sabo rounds, I think. Yeah, the front cannon is... Well, they're both Gatlings, so that's why they both got Sabo. Because Sabo, you just get better Gatling shell out of it, full stop. The front one is... Where is it? Yeah, here it is. This is the front shell I'm using. So it's very low powered for a close range... No, wait, no. The front Gatling's actually using a fragmentation shell. I stand corrected. Right, yeah. So the Ford Gatling is fragmentation. Then again, the Ford Gatling is very short range anyway, so it's like... Front cannon. Yeah, here we go. This is the one that's using Gatling shells on it. So it's a Gatling 45mm. Quite dangerous actually when you get up close, but it's got very limited range. That's its main weakness. And then this one here, this 200mm is a Sabo one, but it's got super cavity bases on it, so it's not really slowed down by going underwater very much. Whereas if I made a bleed base one, it would be more damaging but have trouble with water. So yeah. How useful do I find... Hang on, that scrolled up too fast. Actually, Snowdrake, the 45mm Gatling is very dangerous. It's very powerful. Its main drawback, as I said, it's just its range. It goes up to about 500 odd meters, I think. It's been a while since I made it, but yeah. I'd like to take all the people who think capping is cheating and just yell at them for a good 15 minutes for ruining something I'd like. Yeah. Actually, that's a problem. That's been a problem in every single From the Depths series I've ever done, where I've done capping and had limited resources. Someone's always turned up sooner or later who's got vocals saying, "Don't cap, it's cheating, it ruins the game, it's too easy," stuff like that. So there seems to be a bit of a vocal group saying that it's not good. Anyway, have I been keeping up with the news from MechWarrior Online? No, I have not. So I'm guessing you've heard something has happened. So if you would like to fill me in, then that would be appreciated. The Roman Empire fell, and people went back to their own languages. Yes, but Latin provided a basis for many things. So that's why Latin is quoted as having roots. Ooh, so new maps, smaller teams. Do we still get 12 by 12 versus 12? Snowdrake, capping is capturing, like you board the enemy ship and outright steal it for yourself. That's what we meant by capturing things. The resource zones is like free-for-all, so yeah. Yeah, it does make the campaign easier because it's if you destroy a ship, then you get like X small percentage of its resource costs because of how the game works it. You can actually set the ratio of resources you get from that. But if you capture it and sell it, you get the entire resource cost. So you get basically many times the resources that you would just fighting and destroying the ship, rather than just like capturing it. So yeah, capturing it is just you get a lot more resources from just the same target. And some ships, yeah, are built to really resist capture, but most of them are not. And that, I think, is where that viewpoint comes from. Anyway, right. If they have Makuta, that's news to me. Because I've always gotten very high resources from a ship every time I've captured, so it's like, yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and wipe this. I want to get the height a bit more. Yep. Width. Are you wide enough? Yes, you are. Length. Give me some length. Beep. Right, there we go. Captured that. So I've captured the new hydrofoil section. Tourmaline Desert, but on the moon. So a very hot atmosphere moon then. Sounds interesting, actually. Actually, I think I want to make this craft a bit longer. Oh. Yeah, I think this craft should be a bit longer. Make it another 20 meters longer. Yeah, that'll do. Place prefab. You are... I think it needs to go the other way, doesn't it? Yeah, it needs to go the other way. So about there. And that completely confused the AI, I think. Because the hydrofoils are backwards on these. So it's like, where we go? Yeah, look at that. Oh wait, no, we've reached the place. Never mind. Turn it around. Let's get the things properly dealt with. There we go. 2 long hydrofoils. Am I allowed to convert it into a sub? Technically, that's a different kind of vehicle. Plus, there's the fact that I'm durable enough to survive anyway right now. But I could probably convert it into a sub, I guess. But then it goes against, like, TOBA, that one boaty adventure, doesn't it? So it's kind of going against the spirit a little bit. There we go, that's a hydrofoil conversion almost complete. There we go, so that's increased the length of the craft quite a bit, though it's also left it just like, it's lost its water-based power too. Custom jets, well, the problem with custom jet is outright fuel consumption. But I was planning to include a custom jet afterburner anyway, so it's like, you know. This thing will get custom jet sooner or later. As soon as I figure out where I want to put it. There we go. Now, of course, the problem is that this thing has lost most of its forward power. So, because as you can see now, when it's actually got any kind of momentum, the propellers lift up out of the water, so it gets rid of those. Yeah. Such is the price of having a water skimmer like this one. So. It's gone down from a 6 prop to a 4 prop right now. And I will set you guys to have forwards, backwards, left and right. Yeah, I don't know what the chat about is either. I've just been watching it, and it's like, I have no clue what people are on about right now. So it's like, There we go. Now then. I've got those installed there. So that's some forward propulsion. The craft is trying to turn. Kinda. And I'm going to install some propulsion on the forward one too. Let's put one here. There we go. So there we go. Now it's back up to being a 6 propeller one again. Though, of course, it still has some trouble turning, so I should probably turn off its navigation component for now.
Turning off.
Because the AI likes to move forward, you see. But this thing is actually capable of, like, effectively tank steering at this point, because right now I'm turning in place using my forward-mounted propellers, so it's like, look at me, I'm turning. There we go. Currently about Russia overtaking everyone else and being the next empire. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's correct that Russia is not going to do it. Neither is USA. And before you say I'm being full of it, neither is Britain, actually. Hang on. What was the name of that place? Because I know exactly who's going to take over the world. If you want insider knowledge, I know who's going to do it. Yes. Wait, I'm just looking it up. I think it is. Oh yeah, they're going to do it. Yeah. The Glacier Republic. They are the next empire. The Glacier Republic. Founded in 2014, apparently. Oh, there goes that resource then. But yeah, it's going to be the Glacier Republic, no doubt. Founded by Greenpeace activists in a disputed border region of the Andes between Chile and Argentina, for the purpose of drawing attention to Chile's lack of environmental protection of the glaciers. That is the Glacier Republic, founded in 2014. You gotta love these people sometimes. Then there is also the Global Country of World Peace. Oh, I'd never heard of that one. Yeah, it was going slow because of the change in the boat's shape and things like that. So I don't know what this thing can do flat out right now. So that's something I've got to check. Right, full on forwards. Dominic, what do you mean you're starting to lose it? Yeah, I'm slowed down to about 30 meters per second right now. Let's remove the drag, actually, on the back. Hang on. Let's remove the drag from these rear ones by making them a much more gentle angle. Set Hydrofoil to let's set those to 0. No, let's set them to 1. Yeah, really, really small angle on those. Confused. Oh, I stopped trying to keep track of this ages ago, to be quite fair. There we go. So now we're doing 12.3. That's not enough to generate the lift for it. So let's set it to 5. Now it's tipping over because one side is not correcting at the same pace. So there we go. Set that one to 5 as well. So yeah, the chat is just very lively, but also very confused right now, basically. Yeah, I think it needs the angle of 10, to be quite honest. And I just need flat out more power. But the bulk of the boat is lifting out of the water. That's what I was after, basically. It's just I'm having to burn the extra power trying to keep it out of the water. So, yeah, there we go. And of course, because there's two sets at the back, it's keeping it stabilized as well. But yeah, I've lost a fair bit of propulsion speed like this. Let's be honest, the boat is also bigger too. I mean, it's now got the space to be like, well, something like a third to a half bigger. About a third, I think. Let's take out the rudder and put that in the control room so we can see it just wiggling about when the boat tries to steer itself. That sounds like a plan. Where's the control room? Here's the control room, complete with all of the things. So yeah, there, put the rudder right there, where it's going to be very useful. Metal skimmer for the alloy to increase the buoyancy. Yeah, I can try that. They are the same cost after all. The problem is, of course, they aren't as... Whoops, apparently I missed something. They aren't as tough either, and I don't really care about the weight. I'm making a bit of water skimmer, yeah, Dominic. And I've got the very low drag on it, stuff like that. So the thing that's causing all of the loss of speed is entirely the hydrofoils. So that's why my boat is not as powerful as it was before. The hydrofoils are what's causing it, because they are lifting the rest of the craft out of the water. Because as you can see, when I stop, the entire back end of the boat just goes like, "Wee, look at me, I'm sinking into the ocean," kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, it doesn't really care about anything, does it? It's just like, it doesn't care at all. I still kind of want to know what that thing is. Hmm. So yeah, that's definitely longer. Not too bad, not too bad. Actually, Snowdrake, I've got 6 now. I've still got 6. There's the 4 at the back, but I've also got a pair on the front as well. So there is 6, it's just there's only 4 at the back. Switch you to fleet move, if you please. Start to try to move around somewhere.
Listening.
Oh, there's a small resource pocket over there, apparently. Okay, let's go and do that. Yeah, that's okay. Well, while messing around with it, you only saw me messing around at the back of the craft anyway, so... Yeah, it's purely the extra drag from the hydrofoils, because when the boat lifts up, there's less of it in the water, so it's actually reduced drag from the craft itself. It's just that the rest of it is like, yeah. There's also not been any enemies for a while, sadly. Probably because I'm moving around a little bit. Wasn't there a resource zone somewhere over here? Yep, there's one there. Very small. Hmm. Oh, hello! I think that boat's had a few problems. The Defiant seems to have capsized itself. Hmm. No wonder I couldn't find it. Flipping heck.
Moving out.
There we go. Alright. I'm going to go and get that little scrap, and then I'm going to wander over there and just say hello to it, because... Oh, the AI ones, they assist the AI, and they are mostly geared towards aircraft. So that's the main difference, really. That poor thing. I'm going to find it. Hang on. Where? Oh, now there's enemies spawning. Yay. Wait, how far away is it? Not very. Actually, it's about here, isn't it? Somewhere around here. I think, yeah, somewhere around here, isn't it? I am over there. That's no, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, it's this one. This one. Here it is. It's this one. No, wait, that's something else. No, wait, nope, there it is. Here we go. What the heck happened to you? That's what I want to know. Can't see any signs of battle damage at all. I think it just downright capsized itself. Yeah. No signs of any battle damage whatsoever. It's just on its side. Yeah, I think I'm in trouble with this one. The thing is, it's still trying to move towards me. I mean, look at it. It's still trying to move towards me. Where am I now? Okay, my boat has reached its target point, so it needs to turn that way, please. It's slowly turning. I think I need to upgrade my turning power, quite honestly. Where is it? Oh, that put me out of place. Right. I've told my boat where to go. Now I need to make sure that it's a tarp. Yeah, pretty much. I think I need to boost my turning power to be quite fair. Oh, also, there's a better way I could mount my... yeah, there's a better way I could mount these hydrofoils on, actually, that does less drag. I should do that now. I forgot about it for a little bit. Right, doesn't look as good, but you can't have everything, can you? There we go, that's going to reduce the drag slightly. Because these wedges have less drag than the 4-meter slope. So, yeah, if you want to get less drag, use the wedges. There you go. Also, it's parting it rather than forcing the water down too, which is also good. But yeah, let's see. One there. But as I said, it doesn't look as good. I don't think. You can't have these smooth... apparently that wasn't even attached. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. Where do I want it? In the middle, like here. That should help a bit. How much resources? I've only got 700 resources because I spent all my resources getting... The AI is being an idiot again. I can see. Right, manual turning it is. Oh, jeez. Flipping AI. I wanted to go that way, not that way. Silly thing. I don't know why it decided not to work again. Yeah, AI is weird. Let's put it that way. But that has given me a slightly better top speed. I mean, I was topping out about 13 before. And now that I've changed the mounts to wedges, I am actually topping out at about 14-ish. So yeah, I'm averaging about 14. So slightly faster doing it that way. Though that said, the front wedge seems to be struggling. Why are you struggling so much? Yeah, this is still the first warp zone. 5? There we go, make it a bit gentler. Try and keep yourself higher if you would. 15 degrees attack. Come on, lift up, please. What's going on? Why am I now in the water more than I was? That's not right. Oh, the cannon's found something. I think it's found the Defiant, if I'm honest. Where's the Defiant? I think it's over here. Snowdrake, we've been doing this the entire darn time, so I don't know. All I know is that UK rules, everyone else rules. That's it. Oh, it's actually fine. No, wait, that's not... Ooh, that's someone else. Hello. He found a different target. Yay. A lot closer as well, actually. I should probably take manual control, actually. And I should probably turn on my shields, too. There we go, shields are active. EMP missile barrage. Actually, I'll just let my craft just pilot itself. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's not very accurate at this range either, is it? Oh, that was nasty. Yeah, gutted in a single strike. Not sure where they're going. 2,000. Ooh, I want that. Yeah, the stream's probably not going to last much longer because as Yeah, the stream is probably going to be shutting down in like what time is it? 50? Yeah. Maybe about 10 more minutes, I think. Something like that. It says it's only going for an hour 10. Oh yeah, there was technical issues when I tried to start up. That's right. So yeah, I'll probably be stopping the stream in about 10 minutes because I only ever want to do a short stream, and the way it's worked out, this stream has actually replaced the other series videos that were going to go out today, so it's like, I can't win right now. There's things I want to do. There's videos I want to put out, but I can't. It's just like, oh dear. So, yeah, I'm going to try and make sure I get myself properly prepared and sort it out for next week so we can get back to what I was doing. I've not played Factorio. I've been thinking about getting straight back into it, like either a multiplayer stream, like I'd be streaming it starting out, but it would be a multiplayer so people could join if they wanted to, stuff like that. Or just flat out starting a new series in it because I'm very curious in the Lazy Bastard achievement. And I was thinking of doing a full series of me trying to get the Lazy Bastard achievement to prove I am the laziest of bastards. Or something like that. I don't know. I just love it when there's a funny named achievement or something like that, you know? Anyway, yeah, turn off my shields now. Shielding off. Perfect. 3,000 resources. There is a vertical strike missile launcher I was wanting to put into this thing since the start, actually. I've just never got round to it. Might as well do it now, honestly. Okay, let's see. Missile systems, missile systems. Because it's going to be another missile battery, but it's going to be closer range than... well, I still want to do a castle story run, because that's it version 1, and it's actually got some interesting little bits and bobs in how it's changed. So they've made it more complex on the crafting side of it, kind of thing. So it's pretty strange, pretty nice. Then there's also Interstellar Hub, but I'm in no position to buy that right now because finances are completely wrecked at the moment. So happy, happy, joy, joy. I can't afford anything, which is great, but at least the end's in sight, and I have actually worked out what's going on and things like that. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know what's happening, and I'm working to fix it. Also, apparently I've had these hydrofoils in this place and I've forgotten about them. Oh yeah, I've tried to put these in the back earlier. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, yeah, I've been watching Castle Story for a very long time. Do I convoy game? Oh. Ship's found something again. Or get Everspace? I have no idea which one you mean. And also, I don't know who my ship is shooting at either. So it's like, Okay, let's add in the rudder here so my AI can stop messing around so much. And suddenly it's turning! Yay! Right, there we go. Where the heck am I? That's enemy salvage, right. It is shooting at... a casket bolt. Okay. Convoy, the game. Yeah, I've got Convoy, the game, actually. If you mean that FTL-like one that is with you with trucks instead. Yeah, I've got that one. Oh yeah, they're supposed to add destructible parts for mechs and also change the cache system. Oh, so I did hear the rumour that Mecha Online's been losing a fair bit of players of late-ish. So they are shaking things up quite a bit, aren't they? Yeah, Convoy's pretty good sometimes. I mean, I've done a run on it. I didn't record it, but one of the things I've done in that game is I beat the entire game using melee attack only, which was interesting to say the least. Everspace back in beta. Wait, which one's Everspace? So where the heck am I heading? Is the Defiant dead? Must be. There's a tiny amount of salvage there. That's where the Defiant was, but it's not there. Steam name? Same as on here, Iron Mark 3. Owner? That is your personal opinion, but and that's also why I play it infrequently. So I term myself as a dirty casual player, and something like that. But yeah. Oh, there's several enemies over here, isn't there? Oh wow. Oh no, there's a sea adder. Oh no! Look at those mighty torpedoes on it. Oh no! Oh.
Moving out.
Right. Flipping sea adders. They will be the death of me, won't they? Too bad I can blow them away with my secondary armament. But yeah, Mecha Online. Saying Mecha Online is dull is like saying World of Tanks is dull, War Thunder's dull. Those big team games. It's basically that kind of game. So either you're into it a lot and you play it all the time, or you like me and you play it infrequently, but I like it because of its subject matter and because it's still pretty tactical kind of thing. Where the heck am I going?
Listening.
I don't even know what my boat's trying to do anymore. Oh, it's running backwards. World of Tanks, yeah. World of Tanks is the same kind of overall gameplay style as MechWarrior Online and War Thunder. It's just that the base mechanics are the same. It's just different fluff on it because you got big robots in one, you got planes and things in the other. So it's like all sorts of different things. So yeah. Anyway, back to what I was doing. There's a gap of 4. Yes. Whoops, gap of 4 is there. Let's put it into, I guess it's going to be back here, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be back here, so in the next bulkhead section. How big were my bulkheads? So yeah, some people are really into it, some people are more casual on it, some people are like, you know, oops, apparently I clicked the wrong thing. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How big did I make these things? How big are my bulkheads? Oh, right. Yeah, but as I said, there's very different styling on the games, but the basic match style is actually the same. So yeah, it's just how they've gone about it. Who are you shooting at? Oh wait, there's a sea adder over there, isn't it? Oh boy. I don't want a centralised compartment there. There's a compartment there. Yeah, I think I've got like a tier 6 or something in World of Tanks. Then I've not played it, so, you know. Yeah, so I was playing it quite a lot for a long time, but then I just kind of stopped, basically. So. I'm considering bringing in my... Oh, hello. What was that? Oh, it's the torpedoes. Oh, yeah. Well, I've actually got metal... No, I haven't. What am I on about? I've still got wood under there, haven't I? Jeez. Also, my craft is too heavy for my hydrofoils as I am right now. So it's like, yeah. There goes the sea adder. So my Gatling is now aiming at the other thing. Yeah, I'll just strap enough balloons on this thing for it to go airborne. Yeah, that sounds fun. Anyway, what time is it? Almost done. These are the ones I want to take out to get the missile system in. Control... No, I want missiles. Missiles, give me connectors. Yeah, like that. So that's the connectors. Then I want the reverse launch pad. There it is. reverse launch pads. Like that. Missile controller there. A IFF, of course, because it's very important on this one. And a staggered fire add-on, because why not? Hello, Linktius. Welcome to the stream. It's going to be ending soon, by the way, so you're kind of coming late. Well, so that's that. Max range, set you to 1 kilometer. So this is going to be a 1 kilometer missile, this thing. Yeah, most people don't try to use the reverse pads, I don't think. So, you know. The volume's low, is it? Well, I tried to balance it earlier. Okay, Epic. You sleep well there, mate. Let's see. Missiles. Give me the... Yeah. Well, basically, Ono, it's because we don't like to share, do we? But yeah, to my knowledge, it's... Well, I've never really seen people try to use reverse launch pads, actually. Not much. There's the gantry. There's the gantry. Oops. You need to because you're trying to... Yeah. Yeah, depending on how it goes, that can be a bit of an issue, can't it? But yeah, basically I've got these big, long missiles in here now, which are pointing downwards. Oh, and apparently I'm out of resources. Oh dear. Right. Where am I? And are there any resource pockets nearby? There's a little bit there, and a little bit there. And there's also a resource zone down there. Okay.
Listening.
And I'm actually... Yeah, I do need to expand my hydrofoils a bit. And my engine power too would be good.
Listening. Moving out.
Right, head down southwards, please. 259. 484. That's a better resource zone over there.
Moving out.
What is the point of the reverse launch pads? It kicks the missile out backwards rather than forwards. So, yeah, in fast-moving vehicles, you can... yeah, you can do that too, I guess. It depends on what you're doing. Like, what I'm actually building is a high-impact vertical launcher kind of thing. So this is a missile that will come down and hit something from directly above. And that's why it's got limited range, because of how I'm styling it. 1 kilometer only, but it'll kick out a missile and then it'll come straight down on top of the target. So there we go. So yeah, a whole bunch of missiles like that. And that's took out all of my resources as well, so it's like, let's go there.
Moving out.
Free make update is ready. Okay, sure. Freaking free make. Has that appeared on the stream? Or is it like... I do not know. Hang on. I need to refresh my stream. Go away, free make update. Thank you. Jeez. I'm thinking of using laser designator. You didn't see the pop-up? Okay. Well, for me, it was blocking the 4 bottom right indicators for my craft. So, yeah. Oh, that's why I could afford it, because I didn't have mirror mode on. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, fixed. Now then, these guys. Fins, variable thruster, set you to 800. No, wait, what am I? Doi! Short range thruster. Right. Triggering delay, set it to kick in after 7 seconds. Fuel tank. Okay, don't need a 1 turn. Set you to... Some music wouldn't hurt. That means I have to find some music, wouldn't it? Why is the stream so late? Because I've been at work. Also, welcome to the stream, little me. Let's see, where is it? I want a laser beam rider. Why don't I protect styles with some armor? Because I can't afford it right now. Though that said, it is still within the armor of the hull. So, yeah. We need... This is going to be a pure damage missile, so it's going to be frag warheads. Frag. Treble frag. Quadruple frag. That should be fine. Yeah, it is Friday night, and I came back off work, took half an hour to unwind, and then it's like hopped onto stream, so it's like, yeah. There we go. Laser beam riders, frag warheads, fuel, single ejector. Yeah, it's now Saturday morning. Hydrofoil, you've missed just a whole bunch of tinkering and cruising around shooting stuff. Tell me a good cheap microphone. Depends on what's available near you, Legionnaire, but a good cheap one is going to be something like £40 or something in that price range. And good luck with your tournament, little me. Hope it goes well for you. Right, let's save this as the temporary missile. Save as temp. Thank you. And load temp. Assign to all missile blocks. There we go. So those things are now fully equipped. Yes. Now then. I need to get these things properly connected then. So. Oh, apparently I've reached a place. Where was I going? Oh, it's that resource zone. Which has 23 resources left in it now. Yeah, this is going to last very long, isn't it? There it goes. Right. I am really going for scraps and scrapes right now, aren't I? Planetary Annihilation Titan Supreme Commander Legion. What? Planetary Annihilation has had a new expansion. Oh, I see. First I've heard of it, but yeah, good luck with that. Definitely a decent game to try and do it with. I mean, in that game, my specialty is actually the just grabbing the metal worlds and using the Planetary Annihilation laser. So it's like, whee! Though I'm definitely not usually lacking on terms of outright brawling in that game. Ooh. I see a big ship over there. No, that's something very small. That's not what I saw. I think it was. There's something over there. Yeah, the TOBA in this stream since I yeah. They've added mods into it. Actual mod support. Oh, darn it! It looked like it might be a big sailing ship, but that is actually a really, really tiny thing. It's a flipping Vanguard. I got excited for nothing. Right. But yeah, the TOBA craft has been heavily modified since the start of the thing. It's like doubled in length. It's got hydrofoils on it. It's got 200mm cannon, and I'm just adding a new missile system into it. So yeah, a new 1 kilometer range missile system, which I'm now trying to work out how best to employ. I think I want to have it like Yeah, I think just take it out this way. Then bring it up like that through the hull, and then put the laser emitters onto the sides like that. So each side's got its own laser emitter on it. Good. And then I'm going to take out the... No, then I'm going to connect it flat out using the connectors. So it's like... There we go. Flat out connect it so it's a single big missile system. Let's put in the IFF... Where's the middle? There's the middle. There. Make a big, inefficient, cheap railgun with slow rate of fire so I can try to snipe enemies. I've got a 3km 200mm Gatling cannon, so don't really need to know. Who's going? Oh, you're going, Dominic. Okay, yeah. Have a good night, Dominic. IFF, stagger fire. Bring the missile controller over this way. Actually, the Phobos, when I run into shielded opponents, I've still got the closer range frag Gatling cannon. So that one can knock through shields. So I do have alternatives, and I've got the missiles as well. So I've got plenty of stuff. So I can definitely do damage to shielded opponents. My long range weapon though is the 200mm Gatling, which is operational about at 3 kilometers with decent accuracy against big stuff. Yeah, I've got missiles for against shields. I've got EMP missiles. I've got this new vertical launch bombardment missile that I'm just putting in now, and I've also got the 45mm Gatling on the nose, which is frag. So yeah, it's plenty. Hang on, the chat's bugging out. One moment, I'm going to refresh the chat. Goodbye, chat. I'm alone. Yay! Okay, bring you guys back now. Right. Now, what are you going to say? How do I stream? Oops. And chat's still derping out, I think. Where am I? Oh, I've reached my destination, so I'm harvesting material. Okay. On my screen, chat is bouncing back and forth, so I'm going to have to use the chat on my laptop. Hang on. Scrolling back. What am I missing? Everyone always needs a Gatling? Yep. I've got plenty of missiles and things for shields, already said. Little Mean, how do I stream? Depends what program you get access to, really. I know there's free ones out there, but I use XSplit. Yeah, I use XSplit for my stuff right now. Wait, Phobos? What's weird? What's... Chat's still acting up. Right. Wish Beltfed was banned. They have their drawbacks, though, very much so. Talk about the railgun. It would never be effective versus shield. It needs to punch through since shields have better deflection versus high-speed projectiles. Actually, that's another thing. Compared to Shortest Vikings 125, the 200mm Gatling is actually a fairly slow shell. It only goes like 400 odd meters a second. So, yeah, it's not actually that fast as far as Sabo rounds go. It's actually a pretty sluggish one, because most people like their Sabos to go like 600, 700, sometimes 800 meters per second. Faster if they can manage it, but mine just goes like 400, 450. So it's like, it's got better chance of getting through the shields, flat out. Oh, spam is causing problems in the chat. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can just say there's a rule about belt feds if you're hosting a tournament or something. As for a frag railgun, it can be very effective. It depends on what you're using the railgun component for. You know, that's what it depends on. Spam, that's why, not anymore. Terrible rule. Well, depends on so the belt feds. Create a small fly you can ride on to take control of enemies. Spam. Thanks for the spam, little mean. Jeez. You can still brute force shields. To be honest, Shortest Viking, you can still brute force shields. If you fire enough, something is going to get through, and if it's something powerful, then yeah, that's where Gatlings still work decently against shields, because sooner or later something's going to get through, especially if it's a slower projectile. What free stream thing would I recommend? Hey Harry, welcome to the stream. It seems I'm running on overtime for this stream, so there's going to be no other videos today. But oh well, that's what you get for getting a TOBA. I was going to record and upload some other things after the stream, but the stream's going on. The stream must go on, apparently. Anyway, I was looking for the local weapon control, wasn't I? There's the local weapon control. Click. Oh, the missile's still configured properly. I think they are. Laser, frag, frag, fuel, short range, fins. Yep, those are still set up properly. You mean the disruptor shell, Elliot? Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. The disruptor shell has a very different profile in terms of its speed compared to every other shell type, basically. So it can be a bit of a pain to mix things in. Limit 1 kilometer. There we go. And then we need to connect this to the wireless. So. Oh, hello, my Gatling's found someone. Okay. Right, that weapon system is now connected. There we go. Making faster effects shells in slow one, which is wrong. Wait, what? Flare shells are horrible? Oh, not really. Oh, well, the Gatling killed whatever that was. Yeah, I was going to say OBS, but I have no experience with it, and that's what stopped me because... Oh, they've changed that. Okay, good. I was going to say OBS, but I wasn't... I can't say I recommend it because I have never used it, so I have no personal experience with it. So you see my problem there. I don't want to recommend it because I've never tried it, basically. So I can't give it the Ion Mark III stamp of approval or anything like that. I just know that it can be very reliable and easy to use, and a bunch of people use it, like Leonard French, YouTube's favourite copyright attorney. He uses it. So yeah. So yeah, but it's a free one though, so give it a shot. They've changed shields. Yeah, the shields are more effective, especially against faster shells now. So, new flare shell. Wait, they've changed the flare shell trail? Really? Honestly, Little Mean, I've built up the equipment I use over time, so I started out with much lower quality things. I mean, have you guys seen the first YouTube video I ever did? No, it was like, it was, well, compared to the stuff of these days, it's like, wow. I've come a long way, and even then, I'm like, I'm a low editing channel, so I don't edit very much, usually. So, you know, I prefer not to, but that's how I've gone about it. But my first videos, wow. Do a full stream on what? No, yeah, no need for an Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard. I'll be back. I'll be back. Hello, Guttal Massacre. Welcome to the stream. Try and make tutorials on things. I'm not confident in myself. That's why. Oh. Hello, flashy light, which is apparently dying. Let's turn on my reflective shielding. So there we go. Because it can do some damage to me, apparently, that. There we go. Harry, yes, this entire stream will be up as a video after I'm done. So, yeah, that will happen. But something is trying to laser me, I think. Turning towards it. Starting to accelerate. Off we go. I think my nose is just too heavy for my hydrofoils to properly do it right now. So, what is that anyway? Something over there is having a fight. Yeah, I always upload my streams, so yeah, the entire thing will be available. So you can see what's happened basically. But oh, that's a mistake actually. 791 resources. Wait, are my forward shields on? Oh, it's because the sidewalls don't have colour changing. Oh, right. Also, I should turn off my AI navigation. Okay. Steam is dying for you. Oh, right. Well, I think that's just on your end, unfortunately, Harry, because I've just had a look at my laptop and it's still running fine on there. What YouTuber do I hate the most? I don't have a YouTuber that I actually hate, to be honest. Oh wait, no, I do have a YouTuber that I hate, actually, yes. I do have one. Not someone you can ever watch anything from, though, because they don't do that. I'm not even sure what that is, actually. Anyway. Oh, I'm still in build mode, I'm still used to that. I forgot that I've edited it so that I can turn off that. So let's turn off my navigation AI. What are you? Gotta admit, that's a very nice laser effect on it, but wow. Huh. What the heck are you? I've never seen one of these. Oh wait, it's one of those oh, I forget what that is. Well, whatever it is though, it's getting gutted by my shells when they actually connect properly. So, yeah. As you can see, at 200, my 200mm at max range does struggle a bit in terms of accuracy, but it's like... but it just fires so many shells, it doesn't care. It just like, oh, I missed, never mind, have 10 more shells. So, that's what it's good for, really. And that thing has shields, and I'm getting past them. I should also point that out, too. Yeah, it looks like some kind of craft with a massive laser strapped to the side of it. Because that was the laser, I think. Yeah, that's the laser there. Also, there's something bigger in the background, too. I definitely want to go this way. Oh, incoming missiles. You can see the missiles coming in. PewDiePie. PewDiePie, the problem is he's a big one, so he'd never reply, really. Once the channel gets beyond a certain size, it becomes impossible to kind of, like, really reply to much. Finish my answer. To which question, Legionnaire? Oh yeah, that laser is definitely damaged now. I think it's not. It's lost some of its Q switches. Ouch. Elias, I've already got weapon systems to counter, though. What is that? Oh no, that's a piece of it. Never mind. Yeah, that thing is AI dead now. And, oh, I got excited again for nothing. Because I think that's a very small craft, isn't it? Yeah, that's a Vanguard or something, I think. Who I hate. I think the one that earns that right now is I Love You. Wait, what the heck's that? It is a small craft, but something from the Onyx watch because of its castle style, but... Yeah, there's this channel called I Love You, or some variation thereof, because they keep remaking the darn thing. And basically it's a spam bot thing. And they send these messages saying, I love you, my latest video is about you, here's a link to my channel. Come back to the channel. I should probably move right now. So, yeah, there is that. And then, there's no videos or anything on it.
Form up and fly
And
with
it's just
speed.
there's just this link in the banner which is like saying, here, go to this porn dating site. And it's like,
Listening.
yeah. And I get some like
Moving out.
2-3 comments on my
Moving
videos
out.
every week saying, here, my latest video, I love you. Ha, ha, ha. I just delete them. So it's like, But they keep coming right now. So that's whoever that is, I hate them. Yeah. But yeah, so as I said, I'm not sure if that counts or not. The game becomes unfun. Hang on. I feel like I feel like in answering that I have lost part of the chat. Hang on. Paired is a February. Yeah, pretty much. It's a game though, so it doesn't have to make sense. There's a lot in this game that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Why do we build out of cubes? That doesn't make much sense, but here we are doing it. So yeah, there we go. Making slow shell or fast shell? Well, the question is, what effect do you want out of it? A fast shell with like some kind of payload on it is harder than making a slow shell with a payload on it. A slow shell which does a lot of kinetic armor piercing damage is harder than a fast shell that does kinetic and armor piercing damage. So, you know, it depends what you want to make. Okay, there we go. The shells are starting to connect. They're deflecting a bit. Can't be helped. But they are starting to do a fair bit of damage. But I'm basically racing that guy to get to these resources. Did I know when every time someone chats it comes in late? Yes. Yes, I did. This stream normally works at something like a 17-second or so delay from when I say it to when it reaches you guys. But on the chat, up on my screen, that's like half of the delay's like half, so it's like 8-9 seconds-ish, something like that. So you type it, I'll get it about 8 or 9 seconds later, and then I say something about it. So yeah, there is definitely a delay. Talking about versus shield effectiveness. Well, the slower shells get past the shields better, but then you've got things like frag shells on inertial fuses, you've got EMP shells to knock down the shields. You've got all sorts of different things you're trying to do with it. So yeah. Oh, he dropped a fair bit of resources. That's nice. Okay. 2. Yeah, I can see like 1, 2 on the screen there, little mean, thank you. You got to remember though that it does vary, so that, as I said, averages. And I have no idea when you typed that. Guys, seriously, stop counting in the chat, please. Right. Punches through armor, you want high armor piercing. You don't need speed. The armor piercing and raw damage are the stats you want for just punching through armor. The speed is neither here nor there. If it's faster, it's going to hit the target more likely, but a slow one that does a lot of armor piercing and damage is what you want for that. 8. You want if you want it to explode, you don't care. Pretty much. Because people keep saying things, it keeps scrolling down the chat and I keep missing it. Their mortar is already called, or it's called an advanced cannon. Do a series on what my imagination is like. You don't want that. My imagination is like I'm a nut job. I've got a rat's nest for a headspace. As you guys have put it, basically. You guys said it once, I accepted it, and that's it. But my imagination is like, yeah. I was thinking of doing some art tomorrow, actually, as a random unplanned stream. Not sure if I'll do it or not, but that was the thing. Aiming on slow shell accident, deflecting fast shells, but 18 mm or so tiny power compared to a 120mm one. True, but you can get some really decent 18mm shells. I've got an 18mm shell that can potentially deal up to about 900 damage. So, yeah, not bad for an 18mm. Very much so. Initial frags are much more to 10 degrees. Short barrel frag shells and fuse settings. Okay, I'm losing track of them. 500mm mortar. If you're going to make a short range mortar, you want to use a cram cannon, not an advanced cannon. Cram cannons are better at it. HE can go have good kinetic rounds? Yes, they can, because they're still the... Hang on. Have I stopped moving? I have. Sorry, I was trying to catch up with the chat again. Apparently there's an okay resource zone nearby. There's no enemies, though. Right, so there's a resource zone somewhere around this direction. I think. Yeah, there it is, right. Wander over here, please. You got a long carrying... Why is everyone saying 0 point something now? What have I missed? Are you guys spamming the chat again, just to make it difficult for me? I wouldn't put it past you, to be quite honest. Flipping thing. Yeah, disruptors, very good for knocking out the shields. And inertial fuses, yep, they work great in tandem with frag and explosive shells to get through. Though that said, inertial fuses can have problems depending on how far away the shield is compared to the actual hull behind it. Yeah, water's not here to get filtered out. Yeah. Okay, Elliot. Enjoy the rest of your day or night or whatever it is where you are. See you later, though. Got a spam block. Yeah, there is a spam filter active, I think. It resets every time I start a new stream, which is kind of irritating. Yeah, you're also just spamming, yeah. Little Mean messes it up. Sorry, Little Mean, you broke the trend. Also, I should turn my shields off. Canister rounds, proxy fuses, entirely too much frag. Wouldn't do too much damage if it scatters too much. That's why people like lower frag settings. Yeah, I've got 5,000 resources now. Let's see what this does to me. And of course it has just constant noise. Oh well. Right. I know you guys are doing this on purpose now, aren't you? Okay, if I do that, it is going 20, but it's still really low in the water at the front. I need to correct that ACB. Set angle to 25? Make it more aggressive. There we go. That's helping. Ish. 45 then. Okay, play hard to get. 45, there you go. Right, okay, that's lifting sort of out of the water. Turn on the spam filter. The spam filter is on. I've not turned it off. Oh, you're just testing the limits. Oh. Well, I can now move at like 23 now that I've added those jets on the back. So that's... But the problem is now I've got a constant drone of jet engines going on. So it's like... that's one of the things that I'm not sure if it's pleasant to listen to. Like, whee, look at me, off I go. La-di-da-di-da. Bye-bye. No, I will not. I've just copied a resource node locating script, but I have not used that. I'm not. I'm bad at coding. Okay, I am bad at coding. It takes me a long time to code. So yeah, I'm not planning to use Lua missiles, Lua aiming of cannons. I mean anything like that. I've just got this Lua code which tells me where the nearest resource zone is, and that's it. I'm not planning to do any more than that. Thank you. Owner saying, I am actually Lua is a cheat. Ish. I'm actually okay in terms of that. I think I need flat out more hydrofoils. Are my jets too high? Not really, because it's a long ship as well. So yeah, it's a long ship, and that means that they are not really pushing too far downwards because the center of mass is like somewhere in the middle-ish. Yeah, you can really not use it if you don't like it. But some people, you can do some crazy stuff with Lua if you start good enough with the code. Do a series on my imagination. Well, the question is, what kind of series would that be? So Phobos, the spam filter is on. I think. Hang on. Spam filter? Spam filter. Here, spam filter. Yeah, the spam filter is actually on. So they're just trying to work out how to get around it, basically. There we go. And yeah, when I'm not moving forward, this is how the boat looks in the water. I should probably turn off things. Disable air pump effects. There we go. So yeah, this is my boat right now. But yeah, do a series on my imagination. The question is, what kind of form would that series take? What would it be doing? That kind of thing. So, you know, it's like a funny one. Ah, but I'm not a comedian. So, yeah. How would I make a funny series at the end of the day? Read your second to last message. You're just spamming my... Wait, hang on. I pressed the wrong keys there. The shortest Viking. By the time I finish typing this guy... Wait, what? Yeah, you can really just not use Lua if you don't want to. Then there's all the spam that's going on. Yes, Guttural Masticator, you have been bugging me for absolutely ages to use this, and I finally got fed up and used it, so yeah. I got fed up with not finding anything, basically. Give someone moderator so we can mute the noob spam. Well, normally you guys are better behaved. It's just like, okay, Jaxia, see you later. Hello, Jabberwock Clock. It's been a while since I've seen you in a stream. Welcome. Welcome to my boat, which is just sitting here in the ocean. So, yeah. Oh, there goes Little Mean trolling. Damn it, Little Mean. Darn it. Why you do this to me? Why? Well, I know why you do it, because you find it funny, so... Get... Someone... Honestly, I find it just amusing at this point more than anything else. Rather than outright annoying. Though it does mean I can't properly respond to you guys as well. So, yeah. Never ask for mod. Yes, that is a good one. People who you don't want to ask for mods, basically. Just trying to figure out what I want to do to this craft now because it's growing, definitely. I think I want to add some armored shutters to the vertical launch tube, actually. So, let's do that. No, no. There, that's where I want it. There. Then I want the downslope, I think, here. So I'm adding some silos to this. Okay, then see you later, Jackson. Look at your last comment. What? Oh, I think I just reshaped chat by accident. How do we get mod? Right. I get the thing that I missed something. Look at the last comment from Legion. Where's Legion's last comment? I am the funniest YouTuber. I am the funniest YouTuber! Hear me and obey! Yeah, I'm not that funny. nice of you to say, though. But I know for a fact my sense of humour is not that particularly great. Let's put it in the front. Actually, so put it in the front, there. Yeah, I've not done any kind of, like, yeah, I've not done any kind of, like, decent humour training and like that, so... And I know barely any jokes, like, I know a couple of math ones, and that's about it. Yes, all obey the mighty Mark III. There goes, that's that. I actually think I want that one empty too, don't I? Yep. Like, one of the few jokes I know is a maths joke from back when I was in school. Because my math teacher had it up on the wall, basically. And that is, did you know that there are 3 kinds of people in this world? Those that can count, and those that can't. I'll give you a moment to think about that one. So yeah, just a silly little math joke, basically. Control ACBs, please, thank you. Build and move to the next resource zone. Right, where's the next resource zone? 722, somewhere in that direction. The nearest resource zone is nearly 6 kilometers away. Also, there's an enemy over there, apparently. Resource zone, enemy. Where's the enemy? What is the enemy? Oh, there's the... Ooh, hello. Hello, Ironclad. I'm going for the enemy. More profitable. Right, I think I have my... Don't I have my autopilot on? Yeah, my autopilot is active, so... I need to head down here to engage the Ironclad. And off it goes. Why are you guys spamming numbers again? Come on, why? Why are you guys spamming numbers again? Yeah, that's the thing about it. Yeah, Legionnaire. It implies you are the latter because you said there are 3 types, but then only list 2. Socrates walked into a bar and asked for a drink. The bartender then asked if he'd like anything else, which Socrates says, "I think not," and disappears. You think, therefore you are. Never had an issue with the drag. The game isn't realistic. Anyways, yeah. Because you can. Darn you guys. Trigger effect range is like 3. Spin blocks. So, yeah. I think that one needs a range of 4. Also set you to spin blocks. Yeah, 4 spin block, 3 spin block. Hear the humour. Yes, look how funny I am. I'm saying spin block over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got fish alive. Yay. Oh, there goes the 200mm. Then I think at 1.5 kilometers-ish, the EMP missiles will kick in. Something like that. New object. New spin block. Here. Down slopes to this. Yeah, there goes the EMP missiles. Okay, so where are those ACBs? Right, I want you to turn the spin block, rotate to 90. What will you do? There we go. Overwork, I mean, find better way. What? I should probably get a better look at this, shouldn't I? Okay, right. There goes the ironclad. Missiles. Oh, wow. That's not right. I think the vertical bombardment missiles just tried to do things and failed. Oh, wow. Okay, I wish I'd been watching that. Oh, there goes those. That's not right at all. And now they're just wandering off somewhere else. I don't really know where. Okay, right. Right, I need to cut you guys in half if you don't mind, because you're acting like idiots. Jeez. Right, just cutting these vertical bombardment missiles in half. There we go. Oh, hello.
Turning off.
Turn around, please, so that my... Oh, the forward Gatling got killed again. How rude. This is working properly, isn't it? Oh, now they're going to the correct altitude. Oh, sort of. What are you lot doing? That's not right. Oh, wait, I know. Also, why is my laser designator working? Oh, the enemy's dead anyway, but like... Yeah, right. Well, there you go. I just tried to blow myself up. So yeah, that was my own vertical my own vertical bombardment missiles were just bombarding me, which was helpful, to say the least. Now, I know I missed something in the chat there, but I'm not sure what. Oh, well, at least that was amusing. Oops, that's the wrong thing again. Scroll back, scroll back. Let's see. Why did the skeleton stay out in the snow at night? Because he was a numbskull. Yep, that applies. The missiles upside down? Yeah, half of them are. Having thought we can make having the meta game balanced. But yeah, anyway, got some masticator. The secondary missile racks, the second missile rack, the ones further back, those are new, and they do have reverse launch missiles. Apparently, they are slightly bugged, so it's like. Also, I think they've got the wrong head on them as well, which doesn't help. N. Maybe a one turn would help. Because it's been a while since I experimented with the things, so it's like. I suspect I've missed something important putting them together in a functioning fashion. Because they were kind of tricky, but they were kind of interesting as well. And let's get this compartment actually sealed. That'd be a good idea, I think. There we go. Right. Chat is messing up again. Would you guys slow down slightly, please? I've never used reverse missiles. Well, they're very good if you've got a fast craft, because then you can just kick the missiles out the back of your craft and things like that. In my case, I'm using these vertical missiles to kick out missiles directly upwards, but they're pointing downwards. And I do think a one turn is probably going to fix this. So they kick upwards using the ejectors, they come back down, but they re-angle so they're coming straight down on top of the target ship. At least that's the idea. If it works or not, that's. But that's basically what they do, straight down. Don't you dare, little mean. Don't you dare. It can fire into space if you have enough casings and give it a railgun. Yeah, any shell can, if you can get it fast enough. They can attack orbital targets. Yeah, I want a one turn. One turn, one turn, one turn. Where's the one turn? There's the one turn. So reducing it to a 3 warhead frag, so it's a reasonably powerful missile. And let's set it to a laser target designator rather than receiver. So there we go. Yeah, there's no perfect answer in from the depths because there's so many different things. I mean, what I was saying back at the start is like applies to that as well, because I was saying how I almost didn't put my 200mm Gatling on this ship after Littlest Viking told me about his 125, which was supposedly quote-unquote better. But then I realised I wasn't being fair to my 200mm, because my 200mm stats we were comparing to the 125 that Littlest Vikings shared. The Littlest Vikings one used a bleed base, and mine was using a supercav base, so yeah. So it wasn't a fair comparison to be making at all. So there we go. I've cut the vertical launch tubes in half, and I've modified the missiles a little bit, so that should help. Right, let's get moving again. Is there anything nearby? Nearest resource zone is 4.7 kilometers that way, I think. Yeah, the shipbuilders have ignored walkable holes in the faction building for quite some time. I noticed that too. There are some really decent ones, especially Deepwater Guard, but some of the other factions you just can't get around in them at all. This thing though, this ship here, this whatever this one's called, is supposed to be walkable. I mean, it's got the space between the bulkheads and things to walk around. I just haven't put any doors in yet, you know? Okay, so somewhere directly ahead of me. Oh, I see it in the distance over there. Okay.
Listening.
Scroll, 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 scroll. There it. Ooh. 1,915. not too bad. Fleet move
Form
mode.
up and fly with fleet.
AI, I want you to take me
Moving
there,
out.
please. There we go. Okay, Link, yes, see you later then. And I wish there's some way to hide those lasers, because that's why I don't tend to use laser designated missiles very much, because you just see the lasers everywhere. So I don't know why, you know. Also, I think my chat's bugged out again. And it's because of you guys like messing around with it. Current drag, you can't fire 19mm further than 1 kilometer. Yeah, because the light shells just lack mass, basically. So the drag just kills the momentum on them, so they just drop out of the air. That's why really small ones, it's like, yeah, with really small ones, you want to be aiming for about 600 meters or something like that, because they're still effective to that range. Also, I'm refreshing chat again, hang on. I think we just lost webcam for a moment. I think. Yeah, you guys are messing up the chat. So it seems I have to refresh it every once in a while. So we've got, I think the vertical missile tubes are working. The covers are still a work in progress though. So the covers, let's see, that will rotate out if there is an enemy less than 1.1 kilometers. So that's when those will open. If there is no enemy range is greater than 1.1 kilometers, or there is no enemy, rotate to 0, and that will just seal it. Oops. And I just deleted the darn thing. Faggle. Right. Effect range 4. Spin blocks, rotate to 0 degrees. Activate when enemy range greater than 1, 0. There we go. Right, there we go. No, let's give it a little bit of leeway. 1,200. There we go. So now we've got our first silo door installed, kind of thing. So yeah, we've got one silo door installed on the missiles to help protect them a little bit. Downslope needs to be like that. So that'll avoid blocking it. Oh no, why are you shouting at Little Mean? Oh. SpongeBob SquarePants. I never really watched that one. But yeah, there's no need for shouting, really. FTD gravity is also completely messed up too, by the way. Yeah, it really is messed up. So that's the cover for the rotors. At least I answered. Well, I knew exactly what it meant as soon as you said who lives in a pineapple under the sea. I knew the answer exactly, just right then and there. It's like, Though I can also understand Oleg's side of it as well. Like, some people get absolutely sick of that kind of thing, you know? And so people have different tolerances. Well, what's the boat do? Oh, the boat has found the resources. Yay, good boat. Huzzah. Yeah, end of the day, FTD has never been 100% realistic. I mean, even War Thunder's not realistic. They were considering doing realism. I mean, that's War Thunder's thing, hyper realistic. But There was one thing they were thinking of putting into it for realistic, but they decided not to. Do you guys know what that is? It was the fact that some tanks were just duds when they arrived on the battlefield. They arrived at the battlefield and wouldn't work. Like the Sherman, I think, had a 30% failure rate. So when the tanks reached the field, like a third of them were like broken and wouldn't start, wouldn't move. And they considered putting that in the game, like if you played X tank, you'd have X percentage chance of your tank just flat out refusing to move or something like that. So it's like, yeah, but then they decided not to because, it wouldn't be fun to play a game like that. You can't play the game because your tank doesn't work from the start. So yeah, that was gameplay taking priority over realism right there. So gameplay always goes certain places. Little Mean, don't worry about it. You've not annoyed me. I don't think you've annoyed anyone else. Owner's the only one that really spoke out about it. So, yeah. The Phobos. What we've got here are coil guns in From the Depths, actually, not rail guns. There is a very real difference. So, From the Depths calls them railguns, but they are actually, in how they act, coil guns. Just so you know. So, yeah. Particle accelerator weapons don't exist, this is true. Laser weapons don't exist in the way that we've got them in From the Depths either. Wait, am I actually harvesting resources? Let's check. Are my resource collectors... Yes, they are running. Okay, so I am harvesting the resources. Good. So, right. There was a slight lag there, but no enemies have spawned. Okay. So yeah, I want to get that other... Wait, who said railguns aren't a real thing in real life? Oh, Jabberwock Clock. You mean the fact that War Thunder considered having tanks break? Yes. That was tested. They tried it and they decided, nope, this is too unfair. People just don't like it. So, yeah. Yeah, who said that railguns don't exist in real life? Because I know for a fact they do exist. As a Phobos, they don't break first try. At least not the good ones. The bad ones break first try, yeah. The good ones, they just get less accurate and less effective per shot fired. So, yeah. Try and build realistic designs. Guttural Masticator, they do break on use. Or rather, they wear out really quickly. Because how railguns work in real life is you've got a pair of rails, which is why they're called a railgun, and that's what you run the current along, and then the shell is between them, being propelled by the magnetic field by the current going through the rails. So, yeah. The problem is the shell scrapes along the rails as it goes through. So, that's what damages the railgun every time it fires, because the shell is literally stripping out part of the rail mechanism. So, every so often you've got to replace the rails, otherwise it just becomes unreliable, loses accuracy, loses power, and just flat out breaks. So, yeah, that's what real-world railguns are at this point. So, yeah, that's that. Jabberwock Clock, it made it into testing because they were committed to being realistic. And the nearest resource zone is 14 kilometers away. Oh, heck with that. So yeah, they were committed to making War Thunder as realistic as possible. That's why you have the shells model going in, all the internal mechanisms in War Thunder, things like that. And they even considered that in their pursuit of realism, but then they decided, no, that's just not fun, so forget it. So that's why tanks work every time in War Thunder. Yeah, railguns are great in theory, but yeah, actually the railguns are more efficient than the coil guns. The problem is the railguns break, so yeah, it's not ideal. Coil guns, they're working on it, but coil guns are magnet based rather than like using the rail as the conductive thing, so they are even less efficient because most of the magnetic field is like elsewhere, it's not focused on the projectile. Downslope 2. Oops, this way. There we go. the next silo door. Check. You might still be a Spartan. Yeah. Just not an augmented Spartan. Magnetic field so strong. Rip apart both shell and barrel. Plasma could be created because of the friction and energy, yes. But if the magnetic field is strong enough to tear apart the shell, you've got a problem. If it's strong enough to tear apart the barrel, that's a lot easier to do because it's several pieces. But it also indicates a bad design on the actual railgun itself. So, yeah, because normal guns, you have to build them to not blow up when you fire a bullet from them, you know? So that's... And cannons had that problem as well. Anyway, I need to get my ACBs set up. Where are they? There they are. Right. ACB, you are set to rotate to... I think minus 90 is what I need off you. Woo. Oh. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh dear. Hello? What are you? Besides dead. Yeah, that one. Because I like the precision of keyboard-based build. That guy is badly damaged and now he's spinning around very tightly in circles. What is that, anyway? Oh, it's dead anyway, no matter what. Oh, there he goes. Yep. And dead, you've been torn apart. Unfortunately, the silo bay door was jammed shut on half of my vertical assault missiles, so, yeah. Oh, well. And I got a fair bit from that. Wait, what's a repaint? Lazarus is using a pseudo fleet repaint. Oh no, I missed it because I got attacked. You know, that kind of thing. Anyway. What was I doing? I was setting the thing. There we go, that bay door is open. Now I can take a moment to look at the comment. Where's the comment? Where's the comment? Here, comment. Come to me. Where are you? Maybe huge air cannons? Is that the comment you meant? One small nuclear thing for each shot is not efficient. Yes, that is very true. The buzzsaw will probably self-destruct from the centrifugal force of its own. Wait, what? Why do I use keyboard? As I said, because huge air cannons, potentially, but the problem is you need to build up the air pressure in huge air cannons first, and that's why they've not caught on. Because why use pure air when you've got high explosive, which creates the pressure effects in regular bullets in a much more controlled form? From a much smaller thing, much more easily, and you can just store it in the bullet rather than having this massive air compressor to supply a single gun. So, yeah. That's why bullets are used rather than just like using air cannons. So that's why that one is. Italy, if you took over some time to learn keyboard building. Wait, what? Keyboard building can be a lot faster, and it's also a lot easier to find things inside the craft. Mouse-based building is actually better for the outside craft, where you can see where you're putting your mouse. So, yeah, they both have their uses, basically. Keyboard is much better for internal working. Dedicated air might be an idea. My Gatling on the nose is actually capable of AA. That 45mm frag-based Gatling. And it's pretty darn dangerous at it as well. I mean, it's a universal targeting thing. But I don't have any dedicated anti-aircraft guns, yeah. I don't need it at this point, because I can work against aircrafts, basically. Like keyboard, because it lets me work on the plane I want to. Yeah, as I said, keyboard more effective. Well, not more effective, more accurate is probably the best way to put it. More accurate, but mouse base is probably faster. depending on what you're doing. Explosive pressure is way more dangerous than pure air. Actually, owner, if you got the single projectile, right, and you built it and you rigged it up as a bullet, one form is a bullet, the other form is an air pressure cannon. Same performance, same speed, same everything. The pressure is the same. That's just it. The pressure is the same. Oh, you're going Legionnaire. Okay, see you later then. So it'd be just as dangerous, but the air pressure one, you would actually have to be evacuating your air pressure chamber directly behind the projectile. So you need a much bigger system to do it, much bigger, much heavier, because you've got to compress all that air down to the required pressure instead of just using like a tiny smidge of high explosive. So yeah, you'd have no RPM, but you could build an air-based weapon system. So yeah, that's possible. I would suggest you, if you're interested in that, I would suggest you do a YouTube search on Scrap Heap Challenge air cannons, because that's something they did once. They made cannons based around an air pressure system. So yeah, look that up, and you'll find something interesting there. Way less energy. Actually, it takes way more energy to run the air pressure based one. Freaking 14 kilometers to my nearest resource zone. I need to have I need to have an autopilot. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I've got one basically. Let's just go over this way.
Moving out. Moving out.
Just need to go over this way. Oh wait, the zone's over this way. Ignitable gas.
Moving out.
Yeah, the problem is the air gun.
Moving
You're
out.
building the pressure up constantly, so you've got high pressure for a much longer time. While so you've got the pressure and it's building and building and building, and you've got to run the compressor as well, so that's taking energy there. Oh, in comparison to a railgun, the railgun is more efficient. No, wait, no. The compressor is much more efficient in terms of energy compared to a railgun. Yes, but it's much bigger, much heavier, and much more unwieldy. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. Also, there's an enemy over that way, apparently. Oh, enemy! Where are you, enemy? Over this way. I think. It was that way, wasn't it? Oops, there goes my crafts. No, it's somewhere over here. Oh. Ooh, I think it's a submarine. Yeah, that's a submarine, that. Don't see those very often. Very small one, though. About 9,000 materials worth. Yeah, any container of pressurized gas, it could act like a bomb or a rocket. Can an air gun launch a shell 100 kilometers away? Yes, it could, if you could get it to withstand the pressure required. And yes, it would also depend on the projectile too. So, yeah. You gonna go get some sleep? Okie dokie, little mean. You have a good night then. What time is it? Oh, it's 1:10 in the morning. Well, I did say the stream was going to go long, so, you know. Oh, well. But yeah, if you keep it pressurized, yes, it is a bomb waiting to go off, effectively. So you've got to make sure you build it right. And that's why pressurized gas canisters and things, they are so heavy, because they are reinforced to try and, you know, keep everyone safe around them, basically. So, yeah. Let's see. You are set to... I never said the range on these. Enemy range is less than 1,100. And then on this one I said enemy range is greater than or no enemies, 1,200. Then rotate to 0. So there we go. That's both silo doors set now. Apparently I didn't take the spare missile stuff out of this side though. 3 kilogram ferromagnetic slug. That would take a lot of pressure to kick out. All for the adventure. Alright. Though we've been talking about a lot of things basically as this thing's gone on. Any airgun will be unwieldy, dangerous, and basically a bomb. You could use a backpack system to give the pressure, but then how do you load the bullets? That's the next issue. How do you load the individual projectiles? Because if you don't make a good seal on it, then it's not going to work right. Ooh, there's a new resource out nearby. Ooh. There I am. Right, there's the resource zone that just spawned. Let's go there. Yep, so turning. Also, I forgot to go on Chitango. Right. And yeah, that laser effect just annoys me because it's like, if there's no enemies, it's pointing out into nowhere. And there's no way to turn it off, I don't think. Yeah, there's no way to turn it off. Yeah, pretty much the Phobos. Then again, if you shoot a gun, a handgun's magazine, you can set off all the guns inside. That would be a bomb as well. So it's like, and that's also why you don't throw bullets into a fire. They are miniature bombs too. So there's a lot of things that can be dangerous if you're not careful with them. Yeah, my nose is in the water again. I think I need to expand this set just a little bit. No, wait. The ATB is responding to keep it at this level. Let's set it to 0 then. And see how it likes that. Be a bit more aggressive. It thinks it's at 0. That's odd. You are not at 0. You are... I don't know where you are. 2? Then set to 15. That ACB is confused. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Jabberwock. That's why I'm confused, because they are not where it seems to think it is. And yeah, so yeah. I already knew that ACBs take their position. That's why I was modifying it a little bit, trying to work it out. Jabberwock, Shortest Viking, what Jabberwock is saying that is that when ATBs are using like positions like height and stuff like that, they are measuring from where the ACB block itself is, not your overall vehicle. Where are they in relation to the com? The center of mass. Center of mass is roughly in the middle, actually. I just need more hydrofoils at the front, I think. And Guttle Masticator, these are set to altitude because they are trying to get the nose up. Was that a laser shot? Did I just see a laser? Also, my AI is just derping again. Come on, just turn, it's not that hard. Silly thing. Yeah, I don't have any pure turning force, so the AI sometimes just gets very confused. I could really use more turning, to be quite honest. But yeah, when I'm not moving, this is how my craft looks. It's like half in the water. It was not a laser shot, by the way. Yeah, it depends on the ship and also how heavy and how big it is. I think just flat out I don't have enough hydrofoils at the front. That's why I'm having a few issues. Let's expand the hydrofoil bay just a tad. So N. Right now it's a 5 meter. Let's make it a 9 meter. So increasing the size of it just a little bit. That should give more surface area, which will let the hydrofoils function more effectively. Like that. More lift to lift the nose out, because of course this is 1 versus 2 hydrofoils at the back. Yep, that's much better for trying to keep it out of the water. There we go. But yeah, this craft just submerges whenever it's like... It just submerges whenever it's decided it doesn't want to move out anywhere. Like it's sinking or something. Save, sure. Save. Save vehicle. FTD. Wait, that one, boaty adventure. Save. And save progress. I need vertical hydrofoils for better turning. I need to revamp my turning system in flat out, basically, because right now this thing is built for straight line, effectively. It's a straight line craft more than anything else. Oh, this is actually a big resource zone. Okay. No wonder I'm sitting here for a while. Wow. It's got another couple of thousand in reserve. Ooh, shiny. Also, there's an enemy like 4 kilometers away. Yeah, 4 kilometers. Where is this? Oh, there's something over there. Something over there. But yeah, there's something about 4 to 5 kilometers away, according to my light system. My lights say, yeah, 5 kilometers. I think it's that one over there. Here we go. Right. Ooh. Hello. It's an Essen. What does the front makes them? Yeah, I can understand that one. Propellers will not help. Too much focus thrust. Foils provide drag wall. I'm thinking of adding a large-scale rudder to my craft. Actually, that would help quite a bit. It would also give me more forward thrust when I want it as well, which is also good. Yeah, ship scale's suddenly broken. Right. Yeah, I'm going to add a large-scale rudder. Definitely so. This might mess up the craft. No, it won't mess up the craft, actually. That's absolutely fine. Let's see. Build modes. Large scale rudder will be... Let's make it here for the large scale rudder. Yeah, large scale rudder, right here. Yeah, I've got plenty of internal space available. Wait, is that the front wall? No, it's not. There we go. Right. So, we'll have a rudder through here. Yes. I've got enough space to do a lot of stuff to this craft, actually. Yeah, it's just... actually, I've got 12,000 resources. That's plenty of resources as well. That channel is actually perfectly fine. Yep, that is good. Let's add a... Oh, this needs to be... Actually, I should make this a big, heavy beam. Metal beam. 4 beam. That should be a metal beam, like that. Control. Give me ACBs. Click, click, click. Okay, now, you. Every input seconds, every second. Range 5, I guess. Spin blocks rotate to 0. Spin blocks range 5. Rotate to 45. When you receive that, H. And when you receive K with a range of 5, spin block rotates to minus 45. There we go. That should about do it, I think. Right, now we need a spin block, of course. So, new object, give me a spin block there. A light block. Where's the light block, Oh, there it is. Right. Light block should be like, there we go, light block there. Then add in some metal and a wedge. So there we go. So that should be now. Oh, the sail ship is engaging. Okay. Also, I've got my controls backwards. Let's go over here for the fireworks. La-di-da-di-da. Light box are only 20 each, so they've been cut to a fifth of what they were. Oh, that doesn't look right. Oh dear. What the hell are you doing? The mighty dolphin has absolutely nothing on this. At all. Now that is a very, very agile sailing ship. I must say that for it. Yeah. Yeah, you did say Jabberwock Clock. Yes, we've got a very good example of that right now. Anyway, turret thruster ACB? What? Something just bugged out. I'm not sure what. Missed a comment from owner. Scroll back here. The tipping issue is because of propeller foils tall enough to do cartoony things. Yep. That craft seems to be settling down. Unfortunately, I can't see whichever one you're trying to direct me to, owner. I don't think. Yeah, settle down. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Because now it's behaving itself again. Though I do know I did damage the sails, because some of them are missing. Let's see, frag pen depth with a few warheads. Wait, what? No, it's got propellers, and the way it was bouncing up, it was like the sails weren't getting enough thrust compared to the propellers, so it was just like messing up. Oh yes, it was that one. Frag pen 180 and a high gauge, so 3 meter depth. Yeah, that'd be pretty nice if you can penetrate through the armor. That one. Yeah, FTD does definitely have some drawbacks to it, yeah. It's got some weaknesses. Every game's got some weaknesses, or something that's not realistic or something. Is wind direction a thing? Yes. Wind direction does exist. Oh. That was nowhere near me. I don't know why it did that. But yeah, there's that is the super cavitation base of these shells letting it do this, because if you notice, it's not really losing anything from going into the water, so it's still going really straight. So yeah. Yeah, oh no, I think you might be taking it a little bit overboard now, actually, because we have got the points already. And to be fair, sails have been a minor part of the game, so they've not been exactly been a priority to get fixed. They've always been a bit buggy. Again, where is he shooting? Oh, hello. There's someone else coming as well. Unfortunately, that aircraft isn't going to get the resources, I think. Yeah, that aircraft just got the resources. Unfortunately, that thing is not protected against my EMP missiles, though, so it just got killed. Oh dear. Onyx Watch, they've always been heavy armor on their more quote-unquote modern designs. But they have had some odd things here and there, and they've also always had those big sailing ships as well. Oh, hello, there's a trilobite coming in too. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. Where's the trilobite? There's the trilobite. Hello, little fella. Wait, I don't have a sonar. Oh dear. I don't have a sonar. Oh no. Oh, something's hitting me. I think it's the trilobite's torpedoes. I don't have any sonars. I'm actually in a position to have sonars now, so I probably should. Let's see. Do I... 90 degrees sonar, I think, is the best I can do. Probably bring up the stats. Yep, there we go. Right, sonar, 90 degree. And then AI wireless connector. There. And it immediately tries to knock it off. Of course it does. But there we go, it's now detected it. So, 200mm is engaging, and because it's anti-surface, it's okay underwater, and is able to do something about it. So, yeah. There we go. Yep, something just happened, I think. But there's a lot of missiles in the air right now. Are those? Is that the vertical launch missiles up there? Yeah, that's the vertical. They're still not working right. I think because I don't have reliable detection, do I? Oh, it's dead. Never mind. It's found something else to shoot at. Oh, hello! Lasers! Turn on the shields. There we go. Shields on and reflector mode. Okay, here comes the vertical drop missiles. Yeah. Just ditch in the water, I think. Just make that better. Oh dear. Because I've not got that large-scale rotor in place, of course. Yeah, there's always at least one ship. Do you remember the old first Onyx Watch ones, where it was basically just like a floating box? A small floating box which actually had shields installed as well as armor? The frag cannon's actually doing something now. The problem is I can't turn to get at it, so it's like... But yeah, the frag cannon, the frag gatling is trying to do something as well, but my ammo reserves have gone. Nope, nope, it's taking damage, it's slowing down. Yeah, that thing is damaged. Yep, it's ditched. It's kind of dead. Scarlet Dawn, I think this guy is from, isn't it? I didn't expand my ammo reserves when I added the extra missiles and the bigger cannon. So yeah. Oh dear. Yep, that was a nasty blast. Okay. Not too bad though, not too bad. It caught me by surprise, and it took my weapons a whale. My weapons shoot whales! Yes! There we go. That's absolute facts right there. Got nearly 2,500 resources out of that though. It took my weapons a while to catch up with that thing, but they did, and knocked out its engine. So it ditched in the ocean, then my missiles caught up with it, so yeah. And I could turn my shields back off. There we go. I love these manual switching shields. They're pretty darn nice. And that was a fairly weak Scarlet Dawn unit. Yeah, I've seen much better Scarlet Dawn units than that. What's this enemy down this way somewhere? Oh, it's really small, but there is a decent resource zone over there as well, so...
Form up and fly with fleet. Listening.
I'm actually going to go to that resource zone, and the enemy just happens to be on the way. So off we go. I need to get more weaponry. Sorry, more ammo. More ammo. I think I need to adjust the vertical launch, the reverse launchers to... Short range supposed to delay to 4 seconds instead of 7. Assign that to all of them. Yep, there we go. That's that. Oh, there goes my EMP missile barrage. Ammo is still recovering. And I'm being targeted by something. Oh, there goes a 200mm shell. Only one though. Oh. Yeah, I don't have any ammo reserves right now. Ooh, missiles. Goodbye, missiles. There go my vertical launchers. And then they are just angling down to go like that at the targets, which is a... Ooh. Hello. You're Scarlet Dawn, aren't you? Unfortunately, the EMP missiles knocked out his AI, so... Worth a good 700 material, that. Should probably take manual control and turn it just slightly. I still need to get back onto doing that full-size rudder. How long have I been streaming? How long have I been streaming? Oh wow, 3 hours. This was supposed to be an hour. Oh, this was supposed to be an hour stream. And it's 3 hours long now. Oh, jeez. There we go, got the resources, good. I've been streaming 3 hours, so 3 times longer than I was planning to. Huzzah! Anyway, where's that? Where is it? Nope. 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 Ah, here we go. Right. So you are trying to go... Yeah, that's backwards. Right, okay. That is backwards, so set that to 0. Set that to minus. That should do that. Yep, there we go. That's correct. Let's make it a bit stylized, I guess. Just one more hour. You don't want much, do you? Oh, darn you guys. Just one more hour. Give someone rope and they just take and take and take and take and take and take. Or something. I don't know how that saying goes. Water, give me paddles, please. There we go, that's okay. Let's find something interesting to shoot at. Jolly good. Then I add some more huge props to here. Yeah, it totally depends on if I have to work in the morning. I've got tomorrow off, actually. So I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Well, actually I've got stream later on tomorrow, but yeah, apart from that, I'm not actually working until Sunday. Well, there we go. That should increase my turning speed. Yep, that's got me turning a lot faster. Okay. Okay, that's parking up there. There is a resource pocket. That 150. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that.
Turning off.
So yeah, there we go. I now have a large-scale rudder installed. And why are only half of my resource things working? Oh no, they're all working. So yeah, there we go. One large-scale rudder has been installed, and it has drastically improved my turning performance. I'm so happy I worked out the concept of large-scale rudders, by the by. They are very useful things. Also, I'm very low on power. I need more RTGs. Wow. Are my shields off? Yes, they are off. I need more ammo. I need more shielding. I need more stuff. Basically, at this point. When did these get damaged? Oh wait, yeah, when the missile launchers misfired. Oh yeah. Oh, without mirror mode, of course, without mirror mode. N. How does the massive rudder work exactly? Well, it works in two ways. First off, it creates a First off is the simple one. It creates a massive drag surface. That's why it's got these paddle blocks. Paddles interact with water, so it creates a lot of drag. And so, massive drag surface like that. And the other way it works is that I've actually got propellers mounted on it as well. So they provide propulsion directly where the rudder's facing. So added power helps. If I'm going straight, more forward. If I'm trying to turn, more turning force. So that's how that works. How I've got it configured is to work with complex controller. So I've got this here, the spin block, It's connected by light blocks down to the rudder itself, so it goes through this layer of hull right there. But then I've got 3 ACBs which control it. The first ACB is... sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Right. The first ACB is set to automatically, every so often, return spin block to 0 degrees. So that means if there's no directional command, this big rudder will turn back to face forward and do that. And then I've got an ACB here which turns it to 45 and minus 45, but the other way around, depending on depending on if I tell my craft to go left or right. So yeah. So basically it's a spin block controlled by ACBs, which is controlled by a complex controller. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically the idea behind that massive rudder. Hey, what was I adding? I was adding ammo reserves, wasn't I? Yeah, I was adding an ammo reserve. Wooden blocks. Check, 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 check. There we go. Right, so a couple more magazines can go into here. No, actually the missile is right next to it. Ammo reserve should go in the next bay over. So that's the next bay over, like that. I need to get some space in the middle so they don't get too badly mullered. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, layer. These are going to be bigger ammo reserves, so yeah. So like that. Then let's add a layer of metal armoring around it. Like that. And then I'll expand the metal armoring on top, make it thicker. Because of course this craft uses a lot of passive armoring too. Just for how it goes. Downslope 4s. So besides, it helps build out the top of the craft anyway, so might as well. Speaking of which, I've never actually reinforced the top armour, have I? Then again, it's very well sloped, it doesn't need it, so... as you do. So if I put it like that, then... there we go. So there we go, that's a couple of armoured bulges at the back there. Just adding a bit. What are my thoughts on simple weapons? Very useful, very situational things. Most of them are raw damage but lack piercing, so they're better against lightly armoured targets. That's why they've got such high damage and low piercing, so yeah. But some are called quote-unquote overpowered, simple laser being one. But people, from what I've noticed, people tend to say that it's overpowered, and then they mount like, when they mount like 20 of them or something, going after a single target. So it's like, well, yeah, if you mount too many of any single weapon system, of course it's going to be really, really powerful. So, you know, there's like drawbacks to it. The main thing, I think, is the fact that the simple laser is like piercing. It's got a really decent armor piercing, but it's low on damage. However, it's also very high accuracy. Oh, I've mined out the zone. And the nearest zone is 19 kilometers, according to that. That doesn't sound right at all. Oh well, I'm just going to sit here because Anyway, resources. Fuel. No, I don't want fuel. I want ammo. Ammo storage box. Right now, my ammo is... yeah, they're very good short range, yeah. My ammo rating is 12,800, so let's see how well this does. So it's only 3 deep apparently, but that's absolutely fine. Because I've made these into self-contained magazines. $24,800 ammo now. That should help keep my weaponry supplied, I think. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh, there's an enemy over that way. Oh, it's a very small airborne enemy. Okay. Let's turn and... actually, let's have a look at the... let's see the big rudder in action. So as you can see, like that, turns and then off it goes. And my turning force is much better, though my stability has suffered by having the thing low mounted. But yeah, I'm turning much faster now. And then when I straighten out like that, my top speed is now 26, 26 odd. Yeah. Also, the front, yeah, the front hydrofoil is actually acting properly again, so that it's bouncing on the surface of the water. It was very strange how it was acting earlier. I think it's because it was stormy seas, and that must not be configured properly for the game or something. Let's set it back down to 0. Because now that we've got flat seed, it's just bouncing on the surface. So it's like, That's almost what I thought. Oh, there goes the 200. I don't need to save against whatever this is, because it's just too small. Oh look, it's got a cannon! Oh, how cute! There's the hydrofoil. Oh, there goes my missile barrage. Turning. Yeah, but I don't need to save against this thing. I'm struggling to really hit it, but small target at 3 kilometers. My 200mm is not built for stuff like that. Yeah, there it goes. AI dead. Yeah, look at that. The shell's just bouncing off my side armor, effectively. Wait, is something else shooting at me? No, it's just that thing. I think I should increase the attack angle of the reverse hydrofoil slightly more. Set it to 20. Let's try that. Then go forward. Yeah, there we go. That is very stable like that. I'm skipping along the top of the ocean pretty much. Yay! Yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad. No, actually, that slowed me down slightly. Yeah, I think it's might be a bit too aggressive that. Let's set it down to 15 again. 15. You are set. And then yeah. That also keeps the propellers right behind it, almost entirely in the water. So yeah, there we go. Pretty darn nice, if I do say myself. This craft is definitely shaping up. There we go. Saved. Sorted. I'm feeling really tired. Faggle. 3 hours 15. But I started to burn out a bit after like 2 hours or something, so it's kind of surprising I'm still going, to be honest, at this point. But yeah, no, I got these ammo reserves built in. I've built the vertical launch missile rack there, which is kind of acting up slightly, to be fair. But it does drop out some high damage missiles at closer ranges, and they attack from a more steep angle, so it's like, you know, there are benefits to them. I should probably make a one. Yeah, I should probably install a 1 turn on them. Sacrifice a bit of fuel for it. No, they've got 1 turn. They've got frags. Got fins. Right. 1000 RPM 500mm cannons. It's really costly to do that. I mean, I've got my 200mm here is only shoots at 225. Actually, so that's a 225 per minute 200mm Gatling. So yeah, depends what you're trying to get at it, I suppose. Still saying nearest one is only 4 kilometers, but it's there it is. Okay.
Form up and fly with flee. Listening.
And it's over here. Go over here, please. Where are you even going? Oh, now it's realised. Okay, there it goes. Shortest Viking, it feels very powerful, but you've got to remember that at 1000 RPM 500mm is also a really big cannon. So, yeah, it's a really big cannon. Oversized? Yeah. Powerful? Yeah. Cheaty? No, it's within the mechanics. But it's still really big, really expensive to build. And complex as well. So, yeah. I remember I built the Mantis tank when I was playing Ashes of Empire. And the Mantis tanks, when I built them, they had, I think it was a really big Gatling. No, actually, no, never mind. It was a 150mm Gatling. So, yeah, much smaller than the weapons owner was talking about. Sorry. And yeah, big, massive fire things. Yeah, 30,000 cost on just the weapon is a lot, to be quite honest. I think I need more dakkier. Shortest Viking, we're talking 30k on just the cannon. I think I've got some kind of aircraft incoming, actually. Yeah, some kind of aircraft. Oh, I think that's a crop duster. Oh, that poor thing. Oh dear. Game just lagged and something spawned in. There's something over there. And the missiles are heading that way, so they're pointing me towards it. Ooh, it's a Jacob's Delight. Okay. And it's firing at me as well. Try pen depth. Masticator, I don't need a pen depth on my current weapons because they are just not built for anything like that. So, yeah, that thing is shooting at me. How mean of it.
Listening.
24 materials, don't care about that. Resource zone is like 700. Okay, come on, let's wander over here and
Moving out.
shoot the thing. Because that thing wants to shoot me! I will shoot it straight back, because it's got more range than I do. I might as well turn on my reflector shields, to be quite honest. There we go, shields are on. I also really do need to... I forgot I was adding RTGs. Okay, RTGs. RTGs! Yeah, there's some pretty big frag rounds it's lobbing at me. See, that's the ammo mag. Resources, RTG, 3x3. 5,000 resources. Got 12. Don't really need to add that. Let's just make them like a couple of 4 meters. Let's put them here for now. There we go. Let's get some battery power back. I love these angles. There goes my 200. Okay, so I'm returning fire. I don't have... That cannon is much more better at range, but mine is like more raw dakkier, effectively. Make a new turret in addition for long range. Yeah, I could use Yeah, I get you're on about Gutter Masticator. Yeah, so any chance we will see you make a railgun for the shits and the giggles? Well, my craft is in a position to upgrade, isn't it? So I'm going to continue expanding it, and that does mean more weapon systems and things like that. So I don't see why not. What's that? Ooh, that one is... Okay, that's a couple of thousand resources right there. Let's turn towards it. So yeah, if you like, I can make the next weapon system be a high-power railgun, or something like that. Also, my RTG levels are still dropping. Oh dear. Owner, technically my 200 Gatling is a railgun. It just doesn't have a very strong railgun aspect to it. Oh jeez. Okay. There we go, its AI is gone. Yeah, because this is adventure mode. Well, it's as I said, compared to the previous adventure mode, it's like half the point of this is that my craft will continue to evolve and get bigger and more powerful as I gather materials and things. So yeah. Oh, does that go Masquerade? Do you mean a pure railgun shell? Is that what you meant by when you asked about that? Or did you mean a hybrid? Like railgun assisted? Because pure railguns, they are definitely doable. But my power system is not geared up for that kind of thing right now. So yeah. I definitely know how to do it though. I can make some decent ones, but yeah. Oh, ooh, 5,000. Yay!
Moving out.
Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. 5,000 resources. Ooh, lovely. Turn off my shields as well. There we go. Yeah, it's, yeah, if you guys want, I can add a pure long-range railgun. Well, actually a pure weapon. You've got to see a decent frag with penetration depth. Yep, I can definitely definitely put something together for you. I mean, I've actually got hull space for another deck gun right now. Okay, I've collected that. Let's go down to this resource zone and strip that out. Good. So yeah, I mean, just in this stream, which is like 3.5 hours now, This craft has doubled in length. It's gained an extra missile battery, extra ammo reserves. It's become a hydrofoil craft, and it gained the 200mm Gatling. So it's like this craft has doubled in size and weight just in the stream. The first few streams it wasn't really growing because I was still fortifying the internal space of it and things like that, and just building the initial hull. But now it's getting bigger. And I do need something hard-hitting, long-range, and above all else, accurate. Yes. So, I think that the railgun system you are asking for is something that I could put into use here. So yeah, I think I could make something decent. Yeah, welcome back, Elliot. So yeah, I'm thinking that I can expand above here, above where those new ammo reserves are, and make a new weapon system up on top here. So, and that'll be the new long-range, accurate one. Though, of course, I'll have to expand the craft out backwards a bit further as well. But, c'est la vie. This craft is meant to grow, so, you know. A big old sluggish gun. Doesn't have to be, I'll just tweak on it. So, yeah. I'll just tweak it. So that's absolutely fine. I mean, well, actually, I'd be okay with, if a powerful weapon, I'd be okay with it taking like a couple of seconds to reload. Because things don't start to feel especially slow to me until they reach like 5 seconds, 7 seconds, stuff like that, you know. Also, yay, my craft overshot again.
Turning off.
Just turn, please, you silly thing. So yeah, 1 shot per second is still pretty decent in terms of fire rate, but I just need to make sure it's actually accurate enough to hit things, you know? Yeah, when you get to that kind of things of Phobos, like 15 seconds is definitely sluggish, and then you get things like the SPGs in World of Tanks, like 25, 30 seconds between shots. By the way, in World of Tanks, I'm an SPG player mostly, so yeah. So yeah, that is really punishing. There we go, I'm now harvesting resources. Good. Yeah, it'd be a decent supplement if it just hits really damn hard, but it needs the accuracy as well. So that's the thing for it. It needs the accuracy. So yeah, I'm going to be sitting here for a while because it's like a couple of thousand resources in this thing. So, since apparently this is so darn important, this is so important to you guys, this thing needs something. This thing needs war paint, apparently, because it's so important. Yes. There we go, it gets red stripes. Ta-da! There we go. Yep, racing stripes added. Paint it red because it makes it go faster, basically. Let's see, let's add one here. Going to about there, and let's add one there too. There we go. There we go. Right. I think that's probably a good place to end the stream, isn't it? It's like a... Yeah, it needs side thrusters to make it drift. Very much so. So that, let's add... Just expanding the paint job just a little. Yeah, I think that's enough paint. There we go. That's enough painting for now. I don't know what I'm doing, basically. I really don't know what I'm doing. Anyway. Elliot, that's going to be the mounting for a new railgun system, which is going to appear next week, because I think this is definitely the end of the stream. It's about time I was stopping, I really think. So, yeah. Jeez. Besides, there's nothing interesting spawned right now, so it's a good place to wind up. I'm just harvesting resources at this point. Yeah, that's something Oleg does tend to forget sometimes, that I have limited reserves available to do this, that, and everything else. So yeah, as this craft continues to expand, this is going to be the prow section, and I'll move my control cockpit and things further back into more protected areas. But right now, this craft has changed greatly over the 3.5 hours that I've been streaming. So, yeah. Okay, that resource zone is gone.
Listening. Form up and fly with fleet.
There's another one there, so
Moving
let's
out.
go over there. Plus, it's also got a lot faster as well, because at the start of the stream it was pushing like 13, 14 meters a second, and now it goes along about 24, 25. So, yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I wish you could repair the darkened damage sections though, because leaving the blocks permanently darkened until they get replaced is like, I don't know. I wish there's a way for that to get fixed, but yeah, I'm going to call it there then. Yeah, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and me actually streaming TOBA for once, because TOBA was actually supposed to just be purely an episodic thing. It was never supposed to actually be streamed. I never planned it to be streamed. But it's been streamed, and now you've had 3 hours of TOBA this week, compared to like, normally I'd put out an hour of content, which is like 2 hours playtime, so, you know, you've had a fair bit. But yeah, that is also my only content for today as well. Yeah, this stream was supposed to be an hour. 3.5 hours. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time, so, yeah. See you all later. Yeah, exactly. It was in the description. Expect an hour-long stream. Then 3.5 hours, it's still going. Yeah. See you later. I'm actually shutting the stream down now.